This girl was a total novel addict, especially for those heart-wrenching, tragic love stories. Just as she was about to rush home to read her novel, a truck suddenly appeared. Like in so many novels, she was reborn as Lasite, only she was completely ordinary. But in this life, she decided to live a carefree life. One day, Lasite happened to stumble upon a group of kids bullying a pitiful little boy. With her kind heart, she immediately stepped in to protect the boy named Aurelio. This gradually made their relationship closer. But Lasite probably did not know that Aurelio was the male lead in the novel. Their fate began here. Everyone, please follow Lisa Manhwa to watch this exciting story. The story retells the brutal history of the Vladan Empire, a romantic fantasy 19+ novel. It all begins with the male lead being born as an illegitimate child, abandoned by his mother, and growing up in the coldness of the royal palace. Bad things happened, and ironically, the marriage partner, the female lead, looked a lot like his mother, making him feel both love and hate for her. The rest is history. It is a brutally romantic love story, just like the title says. The woman silently looked at her phone. Okay, I have a general idea of the plot, so now I will check out the reviews from people who've read it already. Various comments popped up. I have read a lot of romantic fantasy novels, but this is the first time I have seen one that depicts such heavy violence. I was so curious about the ending that I read the last volume. Is it because it is so cruel that it is rated 19+? Is that so? She excitedly tapped her phone. The fact that they say I should not watch it just makes me more curious. Realizing something was off, she was surprised. Thoughts raced through her head. No matter how many times I scroll, there is no ending, and it is so brutal. Don't tell me it is rated 19+ because it is too cruel. The girl sighed wearily. She said to herself, I will read the rest at home. There is no way I can read it on the street. Suddenly, a shout rang out, Hey, watch out. As soon as the girl looked up, a large truck appeared. Her eyes widened. People say that before you die, your beautiful memories flash before your eyes, but in that moment, I only thought one thing. The last thing she saw was her phone. Please, do not let anyone see my phone. Immediately after, Lasite suddenly shouted, Why am I still alive? A melodious voice rang out, You can fall asleep anywhere, can't you? She did not understand. Huh? Chelsea approached and said, I told you to go pick some mushrooms for dinner. Lasite looked blank. Mushrooms, but I do not know how to pick mushrooms. She looked at the woman in front of her. That is not right. But who is that? The woman came closer, and you are just hiding here, lying around sleeping. Lasite still did not understand. What is going on? Chelsea looked at her. You are not going to listen to me anyway, are you? At this moment, she reacted, Mom. The woman looked confused. You are talking like you have never met me before. Lasite turned her head to look around. Where is this? Who am I? The woman's face turned stern. Are you still not awake? Hey, Lasite, this is the mountain behind our Sinan village. Chelsea continued to inform. It is a small village called Sinan, located in a valley on the border of the great Vladan Empire. Hearing this, she was startled. The Vladan Empire. In her head, she thought to herself, could it be that Vladan is the setting of the novel, the brutal history of the Vladan Empire? Lasite's expression became even worse. So I am. She asked herself, did I transmigrate into that bloody, brutal 19+ novel? My luck is really. A week had passed since that day. Chelsea called out, Luce, come eat. Lasite recounted the story. I had also implicitly understood the situation I was in. The woman brought the food forward. Here, this is the stew I made with the mushrooms we picked earlier. Lasite's face was filled with happiness. I will eat it really well. Chelsea gently instructed, if you want more, tell me to scoop some more for you. There is a lot. She happily nodded. Yes, I will eat 2 bowls. The woman smiled and reminded, don't be too greedy, okay? She gradually got used to life here. My name is Lasite. My father passed away early due to illness, and I currently live with my mother, Chelsea. And this is Sinan, a mountain village far away from the capital. At the same time, she also had some understanding. The Lord is a commoner who started out as a musician. Maybe he got the position because he was good at composing. Chelsea brought the soup spoon to her mouth. That means. She smiled brightly. It is great to live without having to worry about anything. Suddenly, Lasite remembered. In the royal palace, the setting of the novel, they would kill each other, but She felt that things were good now. That has nothing to do with me, a commoner living in a dilapidated house. Chelsea asked as usual, is the food to your liking? Lasite nodded in confirmation. Yes, it is really, really delicious. The woman chuckled and said, whose cooking skills are so good. Lasite cherished this life very much, with hot food and a warm family. The woman smiled and asked, why are you suddenly staring at my face like that? Lasite laughed like an idiot. It is nothing. She secretly understood. This is the ideal life I wanted. Then, Chelsea announced, this afternoon, the villagers will come to repair our roof. Lasite nodded. Yes, I know. In the afternoon, 2 men quickly repaired the house. This house always has roof problems, does not it? That is because it is old. Chelsea smiled and said, as always, thank you guys. Just then, a voice rang out. Chelsea. The woman was surprised and turned her head. Who is coming? Dahlia smiled and said, you are fixing the roof again. I brought some apples with me. Try them. The woman was very apologetic. Dahlia, you just gave me potatoes not long ago. Chelsea politely accepted. Every time. I only know how to keep taking things from you. The woman smiled brightly. Are you still being shy with me? We have to help each other out to live. Lasite quickly realized. That is Dahlia. Now, they are probably going to gossip. Hello. She immediately turned to leave. They will be talking for a long time, so I will make a run for it. A gentle breeze blew through her hair. Lasite walked forward comfortably. She enjoyed this life. Could it be that I was completely wrong? Because I thought it was a brutal novel. I was worried for no reason. How can this place be so peaceful? Rural life is the best. As Lasite left, a voice rang out. Stop. She noticed a pitiful little boy. Give me back my glasses. Vincent sneered. What did you say? I can't hear you clearly. The boy did not forget to declare, if you beg more sincerely, I might reconsider. Lavina's weakly tried to resist. Don't. This made Lasite confused. What are they doing? She thought to herself, could it be that they are bullying him? Lavina stepped forward. Give them back to me. The boy continued to question. Why are you reading a book in the way of where we are playing? Vincent did not forget to sneer. Instead of doing that, why do not you guys play somewhere bigger? Just then, the pitiful Lavinas accidentally tripped. He fell hard into the water below. Seeing this, Lasite shouted worriedly, no. The kids were still laughing. Didn't he step in too deep? Do you like water that much? They asked. Don't tell me you only have 1 pair of glasses. Vincent said gleefully, guys, what should I do with these glasses? Should I smash them? Hey. Lasite called out, hey you. She decisively kicked the boy into the water. You bad guy. This scene caught Lavina's attention. Lasite wiped the sweat from her forehead uncomfortably. How can they bully someone just because they have more people? He looked up at her. Lasite continued to ask, hey, are you okay? She gently reached out her hand. It is okay now. Take my hand. This action alone was enough to move him. Lasite repeated her words. Hey, can you hear me? Take my hand. Lavina's eyes widened. Lasite was also envious. He has such beautiful eyes, like a gemstone. Just then, a voice rang out. Hey, Luce. Vincent spoke up unhappily. Why did you suddenly interfere? Don't be so arrogant just because you are a girl, and step aside. She turned her head and scolded. Why are you bullying an innocent friend? The boy quickly announced. Innocent. Look at his eyes. This boy added. They are red like blood. Lasite did not seem to care. So what? Vincent sighed and informed. You idiot. Do not you know? Red is a cursed color. She sighed and scolded. You are such a kid. That is superstition from ages ago. Lasite silently remembered. My mother said that in the imperial countries, wars often happen, and red is considered an unlucky color. She looked at Lavina standing there, but it is not his fault that he has those eyes. Just then, Lasite asked, what about my hair then? He blankly turned his head to look at her. It is the same red color. Her voice became even more certain. Could it be that you want to bully me too because my hair is an unlucky red? Lasite continued to look at the group. I have to tell my mother. The hair color that I inherited from my deceased father is unlucky. Vincent was still trying to explain. No, hey, it is not like that. She grabbed a lock of her hair. It is not what? Her expression gradually became sad. Mom, what should I do? Vincent said my hair is cursed. This situation made Vincent not know what to do. The boy threw the glasses aside. I do not know. Take care of it yourself. Lassie went over and picked up the glasses. She smiled in surprise. Those mischievous little kids. Then, Lassie gave them to Levinas. Here, take them. His face flushed red. Thank you. He took the glasses from her hand. This action made her confused. His hand is shaking. She thought, his body is too weak. Lucy continued to pull Levinas. Are you cold? Come here. He was still blank. Huh. Her expression was a little worried. Huh? What? Your hand is shaking. If you leave it like this, you will catch a cold. Lassit felt concerned. Because I am worried about you, I will take you home. Where do you live? He asked back hesitantly. My house, that is. Then, he led Lassit to a house. Is this your house? Looking around caught Lassit's attention. It is hard to believe that there is a house here. Lavina slowly opened the door. Come in. The scene inside caught her attention. Her face lit up. Your house is just like a secret library. She continued to comment. There are so many books. Lavina's hurriedly explained. Because I read books a lot. Lassit was curious. What about that? Did you write those too? He nodded. I wrote them little by little. She asked brightly. That is great. Can I explore your house a little more? He felt confused. Huh. There is nothing worth exploring. Lassit seemed to be enjoying herself. No way. There are so many interesting things here. Can't I? Although surprised, Levinas agreed. Okay, if you want to. She happily exclaimed. Thank you so much. He thought to himself. That is strange. This house is a place where people are not allowed to enter. Lassit was still praising. This bowl is so pretty. Lavina stepped forward, watching her back, suddenly bringing a guest home without any preparation, and even showing them around. He glanced in one direction. In fact, all of these actions are against etiquette and rules. Suddenly, he was confused. But why do I have the feeling that that girl won't think about it? Just then, their eyes met. Lassit asked curiously, Hey, should not you go change your clothes? Are you standing there because I will touch something? Lavina shook his head, his face red. It is not like that. It is too impolite to leave a guest and go. She chuckled and said, What? Is that so? You are really a polite boy. At the same time, she pushed him inside. I will be fine. Go change, or you will catch a cold. Levinas immediately closed the door. Then, I will go and come back. Wait for me a bit. Outside, she was still saying, Go quickly. I will stay here obediently. In her heart, she thought, he is really cute. Lassit decided, then, I will really go explore this place now. Following that, she looked around the place. Lassit's expression gradually became curious. He must be smart if he has read all these books. She explored around. Although he is a little clumsy, he seems to be a kind child. Maybe he is a little introverted because he likes to study. Suddenly, she remembered. It seems like there is a saying that describes this type of person. But her mind was not very quick. He is like. He is. Lassit suddenly gasped. That is right. He is like a bookworm, and he even wears glasses. It is perfect. She immediately decided. When he comes back, I have to ask him more questions. Lassit curiously picked up a bottle of liquid. This. Is it his food? She felt confused. What is this horrible smell? Is it really food? Isn't it spoiled? Unfortunately, she realized something at this moment. Lassit sighed and said to herself, I was so shocked. Could it be that I am too hungry? This can't be food. I am so embarrassed. Suddenly, Levinas appeared. What are you doing? Lassit slowly turned her head. Hey you, that. His expression had completely changed. She also became scared. Is he angry because I touched the things in his house without permission? He was still about to say something. Hey you. Lassit desperately closed her eyes. I am sorry. I promise to be obedient, but... This situation surprised Levinas. Sorry for what? He brought the cookies forward. I brought some more cookies for us to eat together. Only then did she notice. Cookies. Oh my God. This is the first time in my life that I have eaten such delicious cookies. Lassit's face lit up. Even the cookies for guests are so delicious. I am so happy. She kept praising. Thank you. Thanks to you, I was able to eat something so delicious. Levinas nodded. I am glad you liked it. Suddenly, Lassit was curious. Did you just move to this village? I have a question. When did you move here? He informed. 4 days ago. Lassit realized in surprise, as expected. No wonder this is the first time I have met you. Lavina smiled and said, please help me out in the future. Lassit seemed to realize something, but it is really strange. This place was still an empty lot a few days ago. Are they building houses so fast these days? He was a little flustered. Is that so? I have been at home the whole time since I moved here. She did not pay much attention. No wonder I did not know you. Suddenly, Lassit pointed forward. I have another question. Are all the books on the bookshelf yours? Lavina shyly nodded. They are all mine. Lassit laughed and praised. That is awesome. There are a lot of books that look difficult to read. He announced further. Over there are philosophy books. She felt surprised. You like philosophy? Then, Lavina said some strange knowledge. Initially, I started reading it because I was interested in metaphysical realism, but the difference between the perception of the subject and the object. His face lit up. In other words, if the theory of existence and the theory of value are the study of objects and values, then the theory of cognition is a more fundamental approach to humans. Finally, the concept of symbols is based on the relationship between the subject and the object. However, in terms of methodology, the basic premise has collapsed. And where is the objectification of the entity going? Lassit did not know what to say. This friend. He felt very strange in her. He has the ability to concentrate on his hobbies in a very different way, with extensive knowledge and a very solid personal world. He is definitely a bookworm. Lavina suddenly gasped, I am sorry. I talk too much. Seeing him cough continuously made Lassit worried. Are you okay? Why are you coughing so much all of a sudden? You were in the water for too long just now. He immediately opened the bottle of liquid from earlier. It is okay. I will be fine if I drink this. Seeing Lavina's actions caught Lassit's attention. That medicine. It smells too strong. She felt curious. Hey, what kind of medicine is that? He explained. This is the only medicine that my body can drink. Suddenly, Lassit worried. What kind of illness does he have that he has to drink such strong medicine? She sighed and said, I see. In her head, she thought to herself, if I keep asking him what illness he has, will I be too nosy? Lassit's expression became sad. She quickly decided, hey, I will go home for a bit. Lavina's was surprised to hear that, Before he could react, are you leaving right now? Hey, wait. At this moment, she had completely left. Lavina stood still. Did I do something wrong? He remembered the actions from earlier. What was it? Was it because I told a story that only I knew? Or was it because I was impolite because I was coughing and drinking medicine during the meal? This surprised him. If not, then could it be? Lavina's felt regretful. Did she notice that this place is very strange? Unconsciously, he remembered the nobles in the royal palace. They smiled and informed, please remember, Your Highness. They also seriously instructed, in that place, no one must know Your Highness's identity. Lavina's could only stand there, all the years, to protect Your Highness. I will brainwash all the people in that village, but if there is an exception. He listened silently, no matter who it is. Remembering something caught Lavina's attention. His eyes were sad. It is so strange. He looked at the unfinished cookie. Even if I am looked down on because I have those eyes, or if I am treated coldly and abandoned, I feel very normal because I am too used to it. Lavina's wondered, but why do I feel so lonely now? Just then, Lassit's voice rang out. Hey, open the door for me. She stepped inside. Sorry, I just ran home for a bit. He felt confused. This is. Lassit explained. It is the stew that my mother made. She continued to scoop it into a bowl. If you take medicine on an empty stomach, it will hurt your stomach. Then, she pushed it in front of Lavina's. It is still hot, so eat it quickly. He nodded. Thank you. His face felt warm, so that is why you rushed home. Lassit smiled and said, I am sorry. I just wanted to bring it to you quickly, but the stew my mother makes is really delicious, right? He nodded and praised. It is really delicious. She immediately waved her hand. Is that so? Eat a lot. Suddenly, Lavina's was confused. But, come to think of it, I still do not know your name. What is your name? She smiled and said, I am Lassit. You can call me Luce. This scene made Lavina's freeze. His face broke into a bright smile. And I am Lavina's. You can call me Lev. Time passed. Since then, we had become friends. and Lev's house had become our secret base. Lavina's announced, I have put it all together correctly. Looking at the Rubik's Cube in his hand surprised her. She immediately praised, that is amazing, Lev. You are actually a genius, right? He hurriedly shook his head. No way. I still have many shortcomings. Lassit sighed. If you say that, then what am I? Her expression gradually became sad. There are so many things I do not know. It must be hard for you to play with me, right? He quickly explained, it is not like I am actively playing. You are the one who actively plays with me. Lavina's continued to say, you came to me, spent time with me, and talked to me. Just those things alone make me very happy. He felt happy. All of these things are the first time I have had them. Lavina's face lit up. I am so happy that I only want to live a life like this forever. Lassit laughed and shook her head. What? That is not difficult at all. He immediately reached out his hand. We can just live like that, right? Let us promise each other. She quickly agreed. Promise that Luce and Lev will be friends forever. The distance between the two people shortened. I will remember this promise. Chelsea's voice rang out. Luce, are you here? Lassit quickly stepped out. Mom. The woman sighed. This girl, I knew you were here. Lavina's bowed his head. Hello, madam. She smiled. Lev, are you doing well? Chelsea continued to hand over the cake. Luce, you came empty-handed again, did not you? I told you that you have to bring a gift every time you go to someone's house. He was overjoyed. Thank you very much for the gift, madam. Chelsea gently added, playing with the naughty girl in my house must have tired you. Lavina's hurriedly shook his head. Not at all. On the contrary, I feel very happy. He continued to say strange things, and I also know that it is customary to bring a gift when visiting someone's house, but if you compare the frequency of your daughter coming to my house and the space to store gifts in the house, then Lassit came closer and announced, Mom, we are friends. She felt curious. We will still continue to play with each other in the future. So how can we give gifts every time we meet? Looking at the two children made Chelsea surprised. Look at these kids. Lassit quickly left. Then, Lev, I will see you tomorrow. I am going home now. Lavina's felt regretful. Be careful on your way home. She gently placed her hand on his head. Her face broke into a bright smile. Don't be bored when I am not around, okay? Then, Lavina's watched Lassit leave the place. He felt a little regret. His face turned red. What should I do? The longer we are together, the more I regret having to say goodbye to her. Lavina said sadly, I want to be with her a little longer. At the same time, Chelsea also noticed, Luce, you have been getting closer and closer to that boy lately, have not you? Lassit happily nodded. Yes, he is very easygoing. And he knows a lot of things, so we have a lot of fun playing together. The woman felt curious. Then will you go with him to the festival this year? This statement caught Lassit's attention. The festival, Chelsea reiterated. You said you wanted to participate in the quiz competition. At this moment, she remembered. The Rodante Festival is a festival where people can participate in various events with their friends. Depending on the event, the participation rules will be different, and the quiz competition is only for young people aged 13 to 17. In her head, she thought, but why does it have to be the quiz competition? Suddenly, Lassit noticed something. She asked herself, could it be that it is because the prize for the winner is a tour of the capital? That must be it. If you keep living in a mountainous village like this, it is natural to be curious about the capital. Her expression gradually became dull, but I am not interested in that. Lassit silently thought, what if I am just having fun and suddenly get caught up in an unfortunate adversity that happens in the novel? Then I will be the pitiful person, mistaken for someone else. Lassit immediately rejected. Somehow, I have finally found peace like this. I do not want to take risks. The number below the advertisement caught Lassit's attention. Wait, is the second prize money, up to 2.5 million gold. She smiled brightly. That is a lot of money, enough for me and my mother to live without having to worry about food and clothing for a while. Lassit continued to calculate. If I participate with Lev, maybe we can rank second. She imagined the scene. It is a pity for Luce's team. Your final score is second place. Lavina's felt confused. Luce, why did not you write the answer to the last question? Lassit smiled and explained. That is because my goal from the beginning was just this prize. She quickly declared, we will become rich with this money, Lev. Thinking of this made Lassit excited. I have to bribe him with my mother's stew. Only then will he be unable to refuse me. The light emanating from inside the house caught her attention. Lasit's expression was curious. Why is there light in Lev's house? At the same time, Lavina's had a wound on his hand. Radamum reminded, please do not be too alarmed by such a small wound, Your Highness. This man was Radamum, a royal magician. He continued to declare, everything that Your Highness is planning in your head will be reflected in this jewel, so please do not have such pointless rebellious thoughts anymore. His expression was calm. All Your Highness needs to do now is live quietly as if you are already dead in this place. Radamum reached out towards Lavina's. I hope my advice will be helpful to you. I will heal your wound. He realized something. As long as I do that, it is okay, right? The man nodded in confirmation. Yes, I will see you again. Lasit's voice rang out. Lev, are you home? Reflexively, he immediately turned his head. Radamum felt curious. You already have a friend so soon, Lavina's coldly reminded. It is none of your business. Get out. The man stepped forward. I am curious who it is, that someone as picky as Your Highness would allow them to stay by your side. Suddenly, he was stopping the man. His expression completely changed. Don't make me say the same thing over and over again. Get out. The man felt a little regretful. Yes, Your Highness, if that is your command, I will do it. At the same time, Radamum disappeared from the place, but please remember, His Majesty the Emperor is not so generous. Making a small village like this disappear forever is not a big deal. Seeing him leave, Lavina's glanced behind him. He stepped forward and called out, Hey, Luce. She turned her head to look at him, Lev. Lavina's expression became sad. I am sorry, have you been waiting for me for a while? He silently thought, she looks unhappy. Is it because she has been waiting for me for too long? Lavina's approached and called out, Hey, Luce. Lasit suddenly became silent. Lev, you're... He realized that something was wrong. If that is not it, then could it be that she heard the conversation between me and Radamum? Lasit approached worriedly. What is wrong with your sleeve? Where are you hurt? She sighed and added, that is strange. You must have bumped into something dirty, so your sleeve is dirty, right? Lasit felt relieved. It seems like she did not hear the conversation. He smiled and asked, You thought I was hurt, so you were worried about me. She nodded in confirmation. Of course I am worried about you. I thought your sleeve was covered in blood. What did you do to get your sleeve dirty? Lavina's explained. It is nothing. I am sorry for making you worry. Lasit pointed in one direction. Don't apologize to me anymore, and you absolutely can't let yourself get hurt again. I brought the stew that my mother made. Let us eat together. Suddenly, she felt curious. By the way, what were you doing in the room earlier? Lavina's informed. I was learning a few things. He silently looked at her. I feel very happy when I am close to Luce, but... Lasit was still playing around, I see. You were so focused that you did not hear me calling. In Lavina's head, he silently thought, if she knows too much, she will definitely be in danger. Suddenly, he suggested, Luce, I have a favor to ask you. Can you please not go up to the second floor of my house in the future? Lasit smiled and replied, the second floor, okay, if you said so, I won't go there. She continued to remind, instead, I also have something I want to ask you, which is to please pay attention to my knocking. I waited for a long time. He was a little flustered. I am sorry, I will pay attention. Suddenly, Lasit interrupted, then, before I knock for the 10th time, you must come out and open the door for me, okay? Lavina's nodded without hesitation. 10 times I know. I promise you. She continued to inform, very good, there is one more thing I want to ask you. Lasit's face was expectant, which is, in this Rodante festival, please participate in the quiz competition with me. He picked up the paper, the quiz competition. She nodded in confirmation. If you want to participate in that competition, you need a teammate to participate. Lasit continued to suggest, it would be great if Lev agreed to participate in the competition with me. Suddenly, Lavina's blushed. Hey, Luce, I do not think I am suitable for that competition. She still did not understand what was going on. Why not? Lasit comforted. You will definitely get a prize. Are you afraid that you won't win first place? He was very flustered. That thing. She gently explained. You do not have to be too pressured. Seeing this, Lasit sighed regretfully. If you do not like it, feel free to refuse. She continued to say, I will ask Dominic to help me. This made Lavina's regretful. Will someone else replace me by Luce's side? I do not like that at all. He smiled and quickly declared, no way, I will participate with you, Luce. I will prepare really hard for the competition. She felt very happy, really. That is great. Thank you, Lev. In Lavina's heart, he was almost happy, although I am not very confident. I will try. She sighed and repeated, I said that you are more than capable. Let us work hard together. Time had passed to the day of the festival. Lassie quickly stepped forward. Great. I have been waiting for this day for a long time. She happily called out, Lev, I am ready. Lavina seemed like a different person. I am here, Luce. Let us go. She suddenly felt confused. Why is he so dressed up today? The two people looked at each other. It is the first time I have seen him dressed up like this. Is Lev also looking forward to this festival like me? Suddenly, Lavina's adjusted his clothes. Do I look strange? Lucette shook her head and praised, not at all. You look very handsome. But. She looked outside. Won't you be too hot wearing a suit today? At the same time, she quickly opened the closet. It is okay. I think you should at least have a set of sportswear. Lucette's mood gradually declined. How come all of your clothes only have plaid patterns? She silently thought, I think he will be very hot wearing that outfit. Lucette continued to ask, Lev, do you only have this much clothes? Lavina's nodded in confirmation. That is all the clothes I have. She kept searching. Even so, there must be something worth wearing. Try this on. Finally, he had changed his outfit. How do I look, Luce? Does it look okay? Lucette kept praising. It really suits you. It is thin, so it probably won't be hot. He smiled and waited. Do you like it? She nodded in confirmation. Of course, how can it be so perfect? Immediately after, he stepped closer. I am glad. I also want to wear the clothes that Luce likes. These words made Lucette stunned. What is he saying? If someone hears that, they will misunderstand. She immediately stepped forward. Lev, your hair is all messed up. Let me fix it for you. He obediently sat still, I know. Lucette meticulously reached out her hand. He is really like this everywhere. He can't be like this. Seeing him close, his eyes caught her attention. Lavina's felt confused. What is wrong? Is there something on my face? Lucette hurriedly shook her head. It is nothing. She silently thought. His glasses do not seem to have any degree. Do they? He informed. Luce, let us go quickly. It seems like the carriage has arrived. After arriving, Lucette instructed, Here, wear this. My mother made it for you. Lavina's nodded in agreement. Thank you. A voice rang out. Luce. Lucette turned her head in surprise. Dominic. He curiously stepped forward. What is wrong? Are you two also planning to go to the festival together? His expression was regretful. I thought you would go with me. Lucette smiled and shook her head. I am sorry. But he was still very friendly, although I am a little regretful. I can't help it. I am Dominic. What is your name? He introduced his name, Lavina's. Dominic felt curious. Lavina's. Luce just called you Lev a while ago. He quickly reiterated, Please call me Lavina's. He did not forget to add, If Luce is bothering you, please let me know. I will teach you how to play soccer and take you to places with beautiful scenery. Lucette sighed and informed, What? I have never bothered him. Suddenly, Lavina's declared, No. The atmosphere here was a little tense. That is not true. Dominic immediately turned around and walked away. Okay, just do whatever you guys want. You guys are so annoying. Lucette called out from behind, Dominic. Seeing this, Lavina's reminded, Luce, let us get on the carriage now. Both of them immediately got on the carriage. Lucette still felt very curious. Why is Lev so cold to Dominic? He does not even allow him to call him by his nickname. She glanced at him. Is he still shy around strangers? Lavina's gently asked, Luce, do you want a cookie? She happily nodded, okay. He did not forget to explain. I remember you ate it very happily before, so I prepared it for you. Lucette was overjoyed. Really? That is so touching. Both of them enjoyed the cookies. That is right. Lev also needs time to adapt. The carriage continued to roll on. Lucette comfortably looked outside. But after only a few minutes, she felt sleepy. Seeing this, Lavina's reminded, Luce, if you feel tired, sleep for a while. She slowly closed her eyes. Is that okay? Then, she gently leaned on his shoulder, just a little bit. Seeing that she had fallen asleep, Lavina spoke up. If you want me to be friends with that friend named Dominic, then I will. I can do anything you ask, whether it is participating in the competition, or anything else, but that name, I only allow you to call me by it. He silently thought, because the one who calls the name will become the owner of it. Lasit's face lit up. Lev. He moved closer and whispered, and that name, I only reserve it for you. Lasit was still sound asleep, and did not know anything. The scene had shifted to the royal palace, the capital of the Vladan Empire. At this moment, Delmar hurriedly ran inside. He opened the large door and ran in. His voice was a little rushed. Radnam. Delmar worriedly asked, what should I do? Brother Aurelio has disappeared. He was the sole heir of the current Emperor Delmar Abel Hadassah. His voice kept ringing out, I asked Mother, but she did not answer me. Radnam, please do something. Radaum gently placed his hand on his chest. Your Highness, what can I do for you? Delmar quickly pleaded, please take me to my brother. He sighed and said, there is no reason for the great prince to disappear, Your Highness. He continued to suggest, I do not know. Please quickly take me to my brother. His expression gradually changed. I wonder if the great prince will welcome you. This made him confidently place his hand on his chest. Of course he will. Of course my brother will miss me. Suddenly, Radaum felt surprised. Is that so? He raised his hand in the air. Okay, I will take you to meet the great prince. Changes appeared around Delmar. You must not take off this cloak, okay? It is a magical tool to allow you to return to the royal palace immediately when your life is threatened. He still felt confused. Why do I need this to go see my brother? He continued to inform, this is a safety device, so I wish you a pleasant time. Delmar slowly floated into the air. A safety device. Where am I going that I need this? He was still about to say something more. Wait, Radnam, wait. Finally, he completely disappeared from this place. Radom's expression appeared extremely calm. He comfortably sipped his cup of tea. At the same time, he comforted himself. I won't be punished for this, right? It seemed that Radum knew something. Poor prince. Lucite and Levinas were still happily walking together. Lucite kept praising from one side. The festival is really fun. She remembered earlier, the dart throwing. She kept praising, hit them all. Up to the lucky wheel, Lucite clapped. First place. Then, the treasure hunt. Her expression was stunned. You found it already. Lucite happily said, Lev, thanks to you, I received so many gifts, bought a lot of books, and ate ice cream too. I am so happy. Suddenly, she felt curious. But these gifts, are you really giving them all to me? I feel very guilty when only I am taking them. Lavina smiled and informed, of course I am giving them all to you, Luce. Just seeing you happy is enough. These words made her feel surprised. Lev, he is saying things that are easy to misunderstand again. Lasit's heart suddenly fluttered. She told herself, that is not right, I must be too sensitive. Lasit continued to offer the gift. Then Lev, please keep this snow globe for me. This action surprised Levinas. This is the one you wanted the most. She smiled brightly. That is why I want to give it to you even more, hoping that when you see this, you will immediately remember today. This made him stunned. Remember the memories between me and Luce. He immediately took the gift. Okay, if you said so, I will leave this for you so that you can remember today at any time. A man's voice rang out. From this moment, we will start accepting registrations for the competition. All participants in the competition, please move over here. Levinas quickly remembered. Luce, what is your goal for today? Lucie continued to inform, is second place. I want to be second place, no more, no less. He felt curious. Why? He did not forget to add, if it is you, you might be able to get first place. This statement made Lucie laugh. You are really? She gently explained, of course first place is good, but do not you feel pressured, I think second place is good too. Second place is enough to satisfy me. Levinas listened silently. Second place is enough to satisfy you. He silently thought, until now, in everything, I have always thought that I must achieve first place. So even if it is not perfect, it is okay if I am satisfied with it. Lucie turned her head and said, I do not care about the first place prize, the tour ticket of the capital. He nodded in agreement, me neither. She smiled and replied, as expected, we understand each other very well. Suddenly, At this moment, she remembered something. Lassie looked at the shop in front of her. That is right. It seems like my mother has been in the grocery store for quite a long time now. She turned her head and instructed, Lev, I forgot what my mother told me to do. How about you go line up and wait first? I will be right back. Levinas nodded in agreement. Okay, go. He did not forget to wave his hand. See you later, Luce. Lucite nodded. Okay. Then, he looked at the place that was accepting registrations to participate in the Rodante quiz competition. The scene here was extremely lively. Suddenly, Levinas felt lost. When will Luce come back? A familiar voice caught his attention. Why is no one answering me? Can't you hear me? Delmar kept asking. Wait, there is no way no one can see him. He tried to search around. A boy with black hair and red eyes. Have you never seen someone like that? Levinas stared blankly at the figure of the boy. Is that Delmar? He did not know what to do. Why is he here? He is even looking for me. Delmar was still making a fuss. Because he is tall, he can be easily recognized. Don't lie to me. Tell me the truth. Where is my brother right now? Suddenly, a hand placed on his shoulder. Levinas's expression completely changed. Delmar, why are you here? He smiled brightly, brother. After that, the two went to another place. Delmar still innocently kept asking, have you been well lately? You suddenly disappeared, and I missed you so much. Levinas turned his head. How did you get here? He smiled and explained. I asked Radnam to take me here. His expression was cold. Why? His face was beaming. Because I really wanted to see you. Delmar quickly hugged Levinas tightly. I really missed you, brother Aurelio. His real name was Aurelio Levinas Hadesa, the name of the prince who was exiled because he was born an illegitimate child. This made him helpless. That name that I threw away. Aurelio sighed. So it is you. You did not look down on a bastard like me. Delmar did not pay attention to his expression. Of course. No matter what the royal laws are, I still like you. He did not seem to care. Okay, just do whatever you want, because no one dares to scold you. There was a hint of reproach in his voice, but you know that if you break the rules, I will be the one who gets scolded instead of you. He still did not understand what was happening. Yes. Aurelio continued to look at him. Don't pretend like you do not know anything. Think about why I came here. If they know that you are here, I will be forced to leave for another place. He asked a little uncomfortably. Where will that be? Will the next place be hell? This action made Delmar very flustered. He immediately stepped back and informed, I am not complaining about you. Aurelio suddenly remembered a memory. I was pushed here, but I like this place more than I thought. No, on the contrary, it is much better than the royal palace. He kept pleading, I do not understand what you are saying at all. Brother, come back to the royal palace with me. I will beg father. He did not seem to care much. Unbelievable. It seems like you want me to be punished. Aurelio coldly reiterated, Go back, Delmar. He hurriedly called out, Brother, I. But Delmar still did not give up. I understand. It is because I came too suddenly today, right? Next time, I will visit you more formally. He continued to inform, Anyway, you will quickly feel lonely when you are in a strange place. Lassie tried to calm herself. It seems like you are intentionally not understanding what I am saying. But his expression had completely turned angry. Don't come here. I do not want to see you again. There won't be a next time. I am warning you. A series of these actions made him freeze. Brother. A voice rang out, Lev. Lassie appeared at this place. She smiled. So you are here. I have been looking for you. At the same time, Lassie reminded, What are you doing here? The competition is about to start. Aurelio turned his head loose. He hurriedly explained, there was a lost child, so I was looking for directions for him. Then, Aurelio left this place. Go quickly, hurry up. Delmar stammered and nodded. Thank you. I will go right now. Lassie waved goodbye. Be careful, kid. Aurelio spoke up. I am sorry, because I left without permission. She smiled and explained, It is okay. I have already registered for the competition. He appeared surprised. Is that so? Delmar said to himself, he is changed. He silently thought, but why is the cloak activating at this time? Radnam said that this cloak would activate when I am in danger. This made him confused. Could it be that he is wary of me? Delmar turned his head to look behind him. What is it really because of? After that, Aurelio regretted, I am sorry, Luce. It is because of me. The competition has already started. Lucite gently comforted, it is okay. It is because you helped the lost child. We can use our strength to salvage the situation. She quickly pointed in another direction. It is just in time. Let us go quickly, Lev. His actions caught her attention. Lev, where are you going? Lucite continued to call out. That is the location for the Miss and Mr. Rodante competition. Aurelio turned his head in surprise. She sighed, anyway, we are. This is the location for the quiz competition. But Aurelio went to the location for the Miss and Mr. Rodante competition. Lucite chuckled. It seems like there is some misunderstanding here. Her face lit up. No wonder, I was quite surprised at that time. She silently remembered, he would not dress like that just to go to the festival, would he? Well, that is why I thought I should dress as nicely as possible. Thinking of this made Lucite sigh. Turns out, there are times when he is really cute. She turned her head and said, anyway, it is a good thing we realized the misunderstanding in time, right? Aurelio nodded. That is right. Let us go quickly. Seeing the voices from inside caught Lucite's attention. It has already started. The woman asked, are you two participants in the quiz competition? She hurriedly nodded. Yes, we are sorry for being late. Can we still participate in the competition now? Her expression gradually became thoughtful. It should not be allowed, but since there are not many people participating in the competition, so. Then, she decided, okay, you two go inside. In return, I will mark you wrong on 3 questions that were asked earlier. Lucite happily turned her head and announced, great, Lev, we can participate in the competition smoothly. The woman added, it is break time right now, so you two should quickly move inside. Lucite immediately nodded. Yes, thank you very much. Let us go, Lev. Aurelio understood and nodded. Yes, Luce, I will try my best. The two quickly sat down in their seats. The surroundings caught Lucite's attention. Let us see. It does not seem like many people are participating. She continued to look around. That person must be the Lord, right? He seems bored. She silently thought, if it is this kind of atmosphere, we can probably catch up. Lucite kept whispering, Lev, do not worry too much because you did not practice beforehand. She was about to say something more. I have prepared very hard, so. Seeing Aurelio so enthusiastic surprised her. Lev. The referee continued to announce, next, the answer to the question is, answer. Having such a good teammate made Lucite proud. That is awesome. He answered 10 questions correctly in a row already. She kept praising. You did not even prepare anything beforehand. You are really amazing. He smiled and shook his head. It is just luck. Lucite's eyes were envious. Even so, none of the questions are easy. You know a lot of things. She looked at the quiet guy in front of her. The woman was also surprised. That is amazing. How does Lev know so many things? The referee quickly announced, now, it will be the final question. The story is told that a long time ago, a former emperor eliminated all the witches who were disrupting the empire. The referee's voice rang out. At that time, most of the other witches surrendered very early, but only one witch resisted to the end. Although he was a traitor, His Majesty the Emperor still recognized his strength and spirit by erecting a stele to commemorate him. What is the identity of this last witch? Aurelio's expression became serious. The other couples quickly discussed together. This is the first time I have heard of this. Weren't all the witches killed a long time ago? How would we know about this? Lucite continued to ask. This question is quite difficult. Do you know the answer to this? Aurelio nodded. Yes, I know. He turned his head and said, but if we answer this question correctly, we will get first place, so let us not answer it. Lucite was very expectant. Okay, then tell me the answer. He was about to speak. Okay, I will only tell you. The answer is. Now, we will announce the answer. The referee announced, the answer is. His voice was a little cold, Radnum. At the same time, the referee announced, Radnum. The name of the last witch of the Vladin Empire is Radnum. This surprised Johann. As expected, this seems like a difficult question for children. Rodante was about to say something more. Wait. The referee announced, the Rodante quiz competition will stop here. He turned his head to look at the two people. Those two kids have not answered the question yet. Johann smiled and explained, is that so? It is too far away, so I did not hear clearly. It seemed that he had guessed something. Those two kids have almost answered all the questions correctly from before, right? Rodante quickly instructed, Johan, please try to investigate those two children for me. His expression became serious. Who knows, that information may be helpful to us. Looking at the money bag in front of her made Lasite happy. They really are gold coins. She kept jumping around. Thank you, Lev. It is all thanks to you. Aurelio smiled. Congratulations, Luce. What will you do with this prize money? She quickly gave her opinion. First of all, how about I buy my mother a new set of clothes? She always repairs her old clothes and wears them and says that she is fine. Lasite continued to say, I am always thinking about that. My mother must also want to wear beautiful clothes. Hearing this, Aurelio nodded. I see. He did not forget to inform, then let us go buy a gift for your mother together. If you do not have enough money, just use my money. She asked, what are you saying, Lev? Lasite's expression became sulky. We decided that we would split the prize money in half. Aurelio did not seem to care much. Your mother is usually very concerned about me, so I want to take this opportunity to repay her with you. This made her feel awkward. I am very grateful that you said that, but... Lasite stepped closer and suggested, okay, because I feel guilty when I keep receiving your kindness, so I have decided to fulfill 3 of your wishes. His eyes gradually became blank. Wishes. Lasite smiled and explained, I almost always only know how to receive help from you, so I also want to help you in return. His face turned red. If that is the case, then, okay. The two continued to walk. That is not right, Luce. You just received a big loss yourself. I have already received enough from you. Aurelio silently looked at her. She is always very warm and affectionate to me. No matter how many times I repay that kindness of hers, it will never be enough. He cherished this friendship very much. I hope that days like this will last for a very long time. Inside the store, Lasite said, look at these clothes. She felt excited. How can they be so beautiful? This lace dress is so cute, and I also like this shirt. Lasite clasped her hands together. As expected, shopping is the most fun thing in the world. She turned her head and said, Lev, look at this. Between these two, which one? Clothes were continuously put on Aurelio. What were you just saying, Luce? Seeing this, she hurriedly stepped closer. I am sorry. Look at my head. Let us rest for a while. He sighed and sat down. I am sorry, but let me sit here for a bit. Lasite's face had a sad smile. I am really too excited. It has been a long time since I have been shopping again, so... Remembering something caught her attention. Her expression gradually became thoughtful. This necklace is too beautiful. How much does this cost? It must be very expensive. Lasite reminded herself, no, I know what I am planning to do. Never mind. She quickly ran to another direction. I have to look at all the clothes here. Lasite's actions from earlier caught Aurelio's attention. When leaving, she asked curiously, Lev, what did you find most interesting today? He sighed and pondered. It is hard to pick one. Aurelio continued to recount. Because it was the first time I played games, shopped, and participated in competitions. Lasite felt surprised. Really, it was all the first time you did it. She quickly suggested, then, let us go together again next time to the festival. Hearing this, he paid attention. Next time to the festival. Seeing Aurelio having some difficulty made Lasite confused. You do not like it. He said strange words. Maybe I won't be able to participate in the quiz competition then anymore. Of course. Lasite was still very confused. She stepped closer to comfort. It is not like we go to the festival for the quiz competition. Of course, it would be good if we had more money, but... Aurelio glanced at her. Is that so? Lasite nodded and said, of course. Thanks to you, I bought a lot of gifts, and I am also very satisfied. She gently explained, the reason I want to ask you to go again is because it is very fun being by your side. At this moment, Aurelio spoke up. Hey, can I use one of the 3 wishes that you said you would fulfill for me earlier now? Seeing him act made her pay attention. So fast. He quickly took out the necklace from before. I noticed earlier that you did not buy anything for yourself. Aurelio gave it to her. I bought it because I felt it suited you. Please accept it. Lasite looked at it in surprise. This is the necklace that I was admiring earlier. She still felt regretful. It must be very expensive. How could? Aurelio gently explained, I really want to give it to you. He continued to ask, "Can I put it on you directly?" This warm action surprised her. So he has always been paying attention to me. Lucette silently thought, when did he realize that? She felt very happy, realizing that I did not buy anything for myself. If he did not pay attention, he definitely would not know. Aurelio continued to praise, "It is on now. It really suits you, Luce." She asked herself, how can he be so considerate? He gently said, "Thank you for accepting my gift." Lucette suddenly became silent. "You." But her mood was very excited. "Think of the next wish quickly. Only then will you continue to fulfill my wish, right?" He looked up at her. "The next wish." Aurelio's expression was innocent. "What if I asked you to pat my head?" Lucette hurriedly shook her head. "It is not like that." She stepped closer and patted his head. "I can do this for you as many times as you want. Think of something more like a wish, got it?" He was like a small puppy, "Okay, I will." Lucette silently thought, I really can't beat Lev. Aurelio suddenly spoke up, "Thank you, Luce." She sighed and informed, "I am the one who should be thanking you." Then, Lucette quickly returned home. "I am home. Is no one home?" She felt regretful. Mother has not returned yet. I want to show Mother the gift. In her head, she silently thought, but that last question, it seems like I have seen it somewhere before. Radnam, I have heard about this person before. A call from outside caught Lucette's attention. "Miss Lucette." She immediately turned her head. "Who is it?" A strange voice rang out. "You received a prize in the Rodante quiz competition, right?" She listened silently. "I should have asked for your signature before giving you the prize, but I forgot." Each word was a little strange. "Please open the door for me." Lucette quickly stepped outside. "What is it? Why are you coming here at this hour? I hope there won't be any trouble." Realizing something was wrong caught her attention. "Wait." Lucette's expression gradually changed. She immediately said, "I am sorry, sir, but I am feeling very tired right now. Would you mind coming back tomorrow?" The person outside quickly left. "I see. I will come back today then." Lucette breathed a sigh of relief. He really left. He seems like a strange person. Finally, this man had left this place. Suddenly, Radvum turned his head. He gave a strange smile. "That is quick-witted. It might be very interesting to face her directly." After that, Chelsea knew the story and was very angry. "Impossible, something like that happened. Who dares to target my daughter?" She quickly spoke up. "We have to catch him and scold him properly." Lucette shook her head. "I am not hurt, so it is okay, Mom." She was very expectant. Instead, "Please open the gift first. Lev and I chose it very carefully." The woman quickly examined the clothes. "They are too beautiful." "That is really commendable." Realizing something caught Chelsea by surprise. She continued to call out, "But Luce, what about that necklace?" Lucette smiled and informed, "This, Lev gave it to me." Her expression was stunned. "Is that so?" She felt confused. "What is wrong, Mom?" Chelsea silently thought, just looking at it, "You can tell it is expensive. Could it be that because the necklace was too valuable, that person came looking and then left?" She glanced in one direction. "It is nothing." At the same time, she instructed, "Anyway, remember to lock the door carefully in the future. Starting tomorrow, I will probably be quite busy." Lucette was surprised. "Busy?" Chelsea nodded. "Yes, that is right." Time passed. My mother, she opened a grocery store, and as time passed, our everyday lives gradually changed as well. A customer asked, "Hey, can you help me find this item?" Hearing this, Lucette nodded in agreement. "Yes, please wait a moment. I will find it for you right away." She wiped away her sweat. "I have been busy all day today." She saw Chelsea was still happy. "See you again. Thank you." This made Lucette startled. "Even so, I still feel so lucky to see my mother happy." She silently contemplated. After opening the store, it seems like she has gained more vitality. Very quickly, the store was closed. "Okay, everyone has worked hard today. Close." Dominic felt confused. "Why do you look so exhausted?" Lucette sighed. "You do not know how busy the store is." She immediately laid down on the table. "First of all, my mother's and Aunt Dahlia's grocery store is doing very well." He kept saying, "I honestly want to help you, but I am quite busy these days." Lucette felt surprised. "Is it because you are busy at the blacksmith shop?" She continued to look at him. "Secondly, Dominic has started going to the blacksmith shop to learn skills." "That is right." He quickly took out an item. This is what I made myself. Do you want to see it? Lasite was curious. Where? Let me see. She stared blankly at this item. Immediately after, she laughed loudly. What is this? Dominic reminded. Don't make fun of me. I worked on it all day. His face gradually turned angry. It is only because I just started learning. That is why it is like this. I will make something better for you to see in the future. Lasite silently looked at Dominic. I will fix this place a bit. She silently thought. Both my mother and Dominic are engrossed in their work. I am so envious of them. At this moment, Chelsea announced, Kids, let us close up and go home now. Lasite remembered. At first, I only thought about having fun and eating. She took off her apron, but when I see other people working hard, I hesitate. Then, she carefully put it away, therefore, thirdly is okay. Lasite's expression became determined. I will try to find out what I really want to do. I also want to have a clear goal. Then, Aurelio worried. You must have had a hard time on the way here. He handed a glass of water to Lasite. It is very cold, right? Here, drink a cup of hot cocoa to warm up. She nodded and took it. Thank you, Lev. I will drink it very well. The wound on his hand caught her attention. He is hurt, and I did not know. Aurelio suddenly called out, Hey, Luce. He was very expectant. Have you read the math summary that I gave you? Lasite glanced in another direction. I have read it. In her heart, she thought, after that day, I told Lev about my worries. Aurelio quickly suggested, Then, how about we study together? He placed the documents on the table. All learning starts with theory. His face gradually became interested. So let us start with math, the foundation of all subjects. Lasite did not know what to say. I do not think math will suit me. She immediately refused. Wait, let us not study math today. Let us study something else. Aurelio was a little disappointed. Something else, like what? Lasite's face lit up, like. She immediately suggested, physical education. Seeing this, Aurelio was surprised. Luce, your expression is completely different than when you were studying math. Lasite smiled and said, I am sorry. I am actually not very interested in math. He gently lay down in the snow. Will you become a snowball throwing expert like this? She felt happy. That is not bad, right? What is not bad about that? What is there to like about that? Suddenly, Aurelio turned his head to look at her. What I mean is, whatever you do, it will be good. So I hope that you will do something that you enjoy. I think the same as you. Lasite continued to say, by the way, Lev, if you want to try doing something, please tell me anytime. You still have some wishes left, remember. He became hesitant. Then there is something. She quickly suggested, okay, please tell me. Aurelio looked at her. Tonight, can I invite you to dinner? The scene shifted to the kitchen. Lasite curiously looked inside. Her expression was a little confused. He suddenly has a hobby that I did not expect, which is cooking. She silently watched Aurelio's back. Does he originally like to cook, or is he just trying something new? Suddenly, Lasite noticed the cookbooks on the table. She felt confused. These books, all of them are cookbooks. Could it be? Aurelio called out, Luce. Lasite quickly turned her head. Yes, were you calling me? The scene in front of her made her freeze. He gently stepped forward. Happy birthday to you. Lasite realized at this moment. Could it be that he prepared these because today is my birthday? He nodded in confirmation. Yes, you told me before. She was very surprised. I was just saying it casually. Aurelio explained, because today is your special day, I wanted to make all the dishes that you like. She was moved and quickly hugged him. Lev. Lasite's face was beaming. Thank you. This is the first time I have felt so happy. Aurelio nodded and said, actually, you have seemed to be worried a lot lately. Thoughts appeared in Lasite's head. I am very glad that they can comfort you, Lev. How can you be so gentle? Wait for me. I will definitely find a way to repay you. Seeing Lasite fast asleep, Aurelio silently thought, I am so glad. It seems like Luce has regained her spirits. I was very worried because I prepared it in a rush. He immediately decided, next time, I will definitely prepare more carefully for you. Realizing something was wrong made Aurelio surprised. He felt confused. Who could it be? Today is not the day that Radnum comes. Could it be Delmar? I warned him already. At this moment, a familiar figure appeared. You are awake, Aurelio. Aurelio's expression gradually changed. Why did you suddenly come here? He was very stunned. Your Majesty the Queen. Diana coldly said, long time no see. You have grown up a lot, Aurelio. Aurelio was a little hesitant. Do you think so? She continued to ask, yes. Do you feel any inconvenience living here, or do you need anything else? He immediately bowed his head. Thanks to the royal family's concern, I am living very comfortably. His expression was worried. Why did she suddenly come to find me? Aurelio remembered. I thought I would never meet her again. He became thoughtful. If it is only because of that the queen herself came here to find me, then... Diana continued to speak. To be honest, I was also very flustered. Suddenly, Aurelio remembered Delmar. Is she still worried about the succession? She glanced towards him. Indeed, I am very worried about you. He reminded himself, I can't act carelessly and reveal my weaknesses pointlessly. Aurelio responded, every decision of the royal family must have its reasons. Diana stepped closer and asked, that is right, Aurelio. You do not have any serious illnesses and have not encountered anything dangerous, have you? He nodded in confirmation. Yes, that is right, Your Majesty the Queen. Diana's eyes became cold. Okay. She turned around to leave. I only came to check on your health. Now I am going back. Aurelio felt confused. You do not have anything else you want to order me to do, he silently thought. She is just going back like that. She did not forget to instruct. No, remember to take your medicine properly. Although surprised, he still nodded in agreement. Yes, I will take my medicine properly. His thoughts appeared. She really just came to check on my health. Aurelio felt very confused. Is being confined in a village in an unnamed mountain valley not enough? They are like going around looking at the zoo when they are bored. His life was too suffocating. It is annoying when they keep taking turns appearing and monitoring me. It seems like they only treat me as something for them to examine. Then, Aurelio opened the door and stepped inside the room. Lucite was still fast asleep. Catching his attention, loose. Aurelio knelt down on one knee. It is enough for me as long as I can be by your side. He gently touched her hand, so I won't allow this to be hindered. In his head, he calculated, I need to come up with countermeasures. His eyes gradually became scary, a countermeasure that can protect me and Luce. I will absolutely not let Luce be in danger. Then, Aurelio worried, Luce, are you okay? He continued to ask, your complexion has not been good since just now. Lucite felt a little embarrassed. Well. He immediately stepped closer. Does it hurt a lot? She hurriedly shook her head. No, it is okay, Lev, it is nothing serious. Lucite hugged her stomach. It seems like I ate too quickly yesterday. My stomach is uncomfortable. Her voice was a little helpless. I probably ate too much yesterday, so I am feeling bloated. Do you have any digestive medicine? Aurelio was saddened. Sorry, Luce. I did not prepare that medicine. She hurriedly shook her head. It is okay. You do not need to apologize. Then Lucite suggested, let us go out and buy some. Okay, come with me to the pharmacy. He was still dazed. Pharmacy. Seeing his hesitation surprised Lucite. What is wrong, Lev? At this point, Aurelio slowly announced, well, in Sinan village, it is a bit. The scene before them caught Lucite's attention. What? The wooden house surprised her. Could it be like this? Lucite's mood completely plummeted. She looked at the pharmacy. Is our village's pharmacy this bad? The salesperson quickly greeted them. Is the little girl's stomach upset? I will make her a glass of honey water. Lucite immediately refused. No, thank you. I am fine. We're going now. She sighed as she walked away. I get it. There is not a proper pharmacy in our village. Aurelio quickly said, I heard there is a good pharmacist in the village over the mountain. He felt a little regretful. Sorry, Luce. I think the problem is with the food I cooked. Lucite shook her head and explained, no, the food you cooked was really delicious. It is not your fault. She continued, it is probably because I went to bed too early last night. A little walk will help me digest. Lucite thought to herself, this era is really ancient. She recalled the medicine he had been taking. I did not expect that buying medicine would be this difficult. Lev has always been taking medicine, but... Lucite's expression gradually became curious. Even though I do not know what kind of medicine it is probably not a common one. She remembered the vial and how difficult it was to make. So, what if I learn how to make medicine? Suddenly, Lasite realized something. She thought to herself, pharmacology is not developed here, so there must be a demand. A smile appeared on her face, and it could also help Lev. Seeing this, Aurelio was surprised and noticed, Luce, is something good happening? You look much brighter. She turned her head and said, Lev, I want to say that. What I really want to do is. Right at this moment, Yuhan quickly appeared. Wait. He hurriedly ran towards them. His eyes were full of anticipation. Are you two the ones who won the Rodante quiz contest at the summer festival? Lasite immediately turned her head. Yes, we are. But who are you? Johann brightly placed his hand on his chest and explained, I have finally met you. It is a pleasure to meet you. I am Johann, Lord Rodante's assistant. He continued to approach them. Now, could you spare me some time? Come with me for a bit. Lasite felt very suspicious. Where are we going? If it is about the prize money, we have already spent it all. We can't return it. These innocent words made him laugh. Prize money. It is not about that. Johann continued, it is because Lord Rodante wants to meet you. Lasite called out, Hey, Mr. Assistant Johann. He turned his head to look. What is wrong? She doubted. Why does the Lord suddenly want to meet us? Johann's face was radiant. I already said. You will know when you get there, Lasite thought. He did not say that. She felt worried. Perhaps. Lasite seemed to guess something. Is it because of what happened at the festival? She remembered Aurelio's words. It is Radnum. She thought, he clearly only told me quietly. Johann quickly reminded them, you do not need to be so nervous, just relax. It seems like we are almost there. That is Rodante Castle. Looking outside made Aurelio pensive. He wondered to himself, could it be that the Lord has discovered my identity? His expression gradually became worried. No, it can't be. They definitely would not imprison me in a place connected to the royal palace. Aurelio quickly returned to normal. Calm down. I need to take my medicine. Then he reached into his pocket. Damn it, I forgot to bring my medicine. Lasite turned to look. Lev, what is wrong? You do not look so good. He stammered. Really, I guess it is just that I am carsick. But Aurelio still explained, I am probably just a little nervous, because I am about to meet the Lord. She gradually became worried. Really? Are you sick anywhere? He nodded in confirmation. Yeah, I am fine. Don't worry too much. He thought to himself, hopefully, nothing special will happen. Seeing the two of them, Rodante said, So, you are Lasite and Levinas, right? You must be tired from the long journey. It is a pleasure to meet you. Lasite bowed. Greetings, Lord. It is an honor to meet you like this. He immediately waved his hand. You are too polite, young lady. His face was radiant. Come, let us have some refreshments while we talk. This situation stunned everyone. Lasite was surprised. There is hot tea and even dessert. It seems like he is really welcoming us. She felt confused. What exactly does he want to talk about that he called us? People who live in the suburbs, here. Rodante turned to look at the two of them, Lasite, Levinas. He asked tentatively, You two answered the last question of the quiz contest last summer correctly, right? Lasite answered very carefully, yes. We had seen similar content in books, but because we were not confident, we did not write the answer. He nodded approvingly indeed. Actually, not many people know about that mage. Lasite was a little flustered, really. At the same time, Rodante made a guess. Only two types of people would be interested in that. Either a child from a prestigious aristocratic family, or a very studious child. He gently sipped his tea. So, which is it? The next question stunned them. Are you two interested in studying? Rodante quickly probed. You two do not plan to go to the capital after you grow up, do you? Seeing them shake their heads made him overjoyed. That is right. That is great. He reached out and took Lasite's hand. We have finally found you, Rodante's precious talents. His voice became excited. Have you wanted to study anything more during the past time? Tell me, and we will support you with all our might. She still did not understand. What do you mean, sir? Johann sadly wiped his tears at this moment. Actually, we have always been looking for talents for Rodante for a long time. He recounted the story. However, after that person learned the skills, they tended to migrate to the capital. Right when we could not find any more children to teach. After speaking, he looked at the two of them. I met you two, outstandingly intelligent people, in the quiz contest. Rodante also quickly explained, I have been very tired looking for you for the past time. Anything is fine, whether it is teachers or books, we will find them for you. Lassie was still skeptical. Anything is fine, right? Then she still decided to say, well, not long ago I realized that there is not a proper pharmacy in Rodante. He was surprised to hear this, pharmacy. Lassie nodded in confirmation, yes. If you want your body to recover quickly, you have to take different kinds of medicine together. I was very frustrated because there was no place to buy medicine. She did not hesitate. So, I want to learn pharmacology. Then Lassie sighed. For some reason, I feel like today is going to be a long day. Aurelio nodded. That is right. A lot of things we could not have predicted have happened. Her face became radiant. Yeah, the subject you said you wanted to learn was also beyond my expectations. Suddenly she became curious. Magic techniques and martial arts. When did you become interested in that? Aurelio explained. When there is an opportunity, it is good to learn more things. Today's events excited Lassie. Great. The motivation is surging within me. Let us study hard together. He nodded in agreement. Yeah, let us work hard together. Suddenly he turned and instructed. Oh, sorry, but I have to go home first today, okay? You can go back alone, right? She smiled and nodded. Of course, be careful on your way back. Lev. See you later. Seeing Aurelio ask someone to leave with him made her worried. She thought to herself, for some reason, he does not seem to have any energy. Lassie hurriedly said, Lev, are you okay? I will take you home. Seeing that he did not react made her worried. The distance is not so far that he can't hear me, is it? Lassie still stood there watching him leave. Oh my god, his ears are so red. He is clearly sick somewhere. Then she went to Aurelio's house. Lev, are you in there? Open the door for me. She suddenly felt worried. Clearly, he promised before that he would open the door for me before I knocked for the 10th time. The door immediately opened. Sorry, excuse my rudeness. Lassie looked around the house. Why is the house so quiet? Aurelio's pained sounds rang out. She seemed to realize something, that is. She hurriedly rushed to the second floor. Seeing Aurelio's familiar figure made her freeze. Lassie hurriedly called out, Oh my god, Lev. His expression was very bad. Wake up quickly. He helplessly fell into thought. I can't see anything. As if something was covering his eyes, and he could not move anything either. Aurelio felt despair. I am being punished now. Involuntarily, he turned his head to look, someone. If it is the knights, the footsteps will be loud. He thought to himself, the maid's footsteps will be light. Aurelio tried to calm himself down. Delmar's footsteps are very heavy. The emperor would never come looking for me. He kept guessing. Radnum probably would not make any footsteps. In the royal palace, there is only one person with such cautious footsteps. Suddenly, Aurelio's birth mother appeared. Your Highness. She sighed sadly. As long as I stay here, my lowly birth will definitely become a shackle for you. Aurelio hurriedly shook his head. No, that is not true, mother. Her eyes gradually became helpless. I could not become a mother who could protect her son. So how could I bear to cause you more trouble? Although he tried to resist, it was all in vain. What trouble? What are you saying? I do not like this. Aurelio's mother suddenly turned to leave. It is time for me to go. He hurriedly begged. Don't leave me alone in this lonely place. He felt despair in his heart. Mother, it is cold and scary here. Please take me with you. But she coldly announced, Live happily, Lev. Aurelio was still trembling, mother. Lassie was always right next to him. He is getting hotter and hotter. She thought to herself, this is not good. I have to go get someone. As she left, he reached out to stop her. Don't go. Lassie was surprised and turned her head. Huh. Aurelio's condition was very bad. Don't. Leave me. She sighed regretfully. What? I thought you woke up. Seeing him suffer like that made her sad too. Lassie gently comforted him. You do not need to be afraid. She did not know what he was going through, because I will definitely not leave you. So do not worry. Lassie continued to look for something. I need something to cool him down. Right at this moment, the vial caught Lassie's attention. She curiously looked at the vial, that vial. Lassie laughed and opened it. Lev carries it with him every day. How lucky, if I give him this then. Her heart ached a little. Seriously, this medicine is so sticky. If this continues, I won't be able to give him medicine properly. Aurelio kept begging, don't go. Her expression gradually became hesitant, not knowing what to do. Lasite looked at Aurelio. Lev, do you trust me? She thought to herself, this is not good. I feel so sorry for Lev. And so she drank a vial of medicine into her mouth. Next, she transferred the medicine over mouth to mouth, but I can't let anything happen to him. Her movements were very gentle. After a while, Lasite gently breathed out. She examined Aurelio's current condition. Thank goodness, he seems to have a fever. Her expression was a little confused. It is really a magical medicine. I can't believe his health has improved so quickly. Does it contain some soothing ingredient? Suddenly, Lasite was stunned. Why can't I see in front of me anymore? She slowly collapsed. I have to watch over Lev until he wakes up. Some time passed at this place. Aurelio held his head and slowly sat up. My head hurts so much. Why am I lying here? Seeing her next to him surprised him. Loose. He hurriedly put his hand over his mouth. I remember I did not take the medicine myself. Did I? There is a bitter taste in my mouth. His face was very touched. Loose. So you gave me the medicine. Realizing that something was wrong made Aurelio freeze. Wait, this is... He remembered what Radnum had said. Your Highness, this medicine can only be used by you alone, because it is a medicine specially formulated for your condition. Aurelio's expression immediately changed, so it can become poison for others. He hurriedly called out, Luce, please wake up quickly. Seeing that Lasite did not react made him worried. Please open your eyes, Luce. The scene has shifted to the royal palace, the capital of the Vladan Empire. The emperor asked, is Count Portino strengthening his army? The subordinate nodded. Yes, your majesty. Radnum continued to report, this is probably a move to control the forces in the west. His eyes were a little cold. I am not happy at all. It seems he is secretly expanding his territory. He quickly ordered, Radnum, go take care of him. The emperor's voice was very scary. Those seeds that threaten my throne must be cut off at the root. He looked up ahead. There is nothing more ordinary than those who do not know their place. This time, the emperor asked, isn't that right, Diana? He seemed to remember something. Come to think of it, I have not heard her report on her recent reconnaissance trip yet. Diana asked, what are you curious about, your majesty? The emperor's eyes glanced at her. I only have one thing I am curious about. An ominous premonition worried her. Do you feel that he is a seed of disaster threatening my position? She remembered Aurelio, the name of a forgotten prince, exiled to the remote Seaning village, because he was born as a royal descendant, but was an illegitimate child. He was just a pitiful child. No one knew why Aurelio had to leave the royal palace. The question was, because he was the illegitimate child of a mistress. Aurelio was so innocent, or because he was like his mother, so smart and sensitive. Diana thought to herself, one thing is certain. After Aurelio was born, a mage gave a prophecy. She quickly remembered, and the emperor acknowledged that. Then Diana calmly announced, don't worry too much, your majesty. Aurelio seems to like it there. Radnum on the side also bowed. The empress is right, your majesty. He seems to like that village very much. He happily reported, he has already made friends, and is living very well. Seeing this, the emperor sighed. As long as it is not thoughts that are detrimental to me, no matter how well he lives, I do not care. She knew clearly in her heart, Emperor, for his power, he will not hesitate to use any means. The emperor is not trustworthy, but he is definitely not the one who truly holds royal power. Anyone who dares to covet the throne will be eradicated by him. He can do anything. Diana thought to herself, I absolutely will not let that happen to me. She looked at her son. Although Delmar is still young, I can't predict when the emperor will change his mind. Her determination grew stronger. I must protect this position and my son. Inside the house, Aurelio was still begging Luce, please wake up. Open your eyes. He did not know what to do. Please, I beg you. He blamed himself in his heart. It is my fault. I should have told her that this medicine is dangerous. Aurelio's expression stiffened. If it is because of me, and something happens to Luce then. Right at this moment, Lasite slowly opened her eyes. She immediately sat up. I fell asleep. Aurelio was startled. Luce. She wiped her face. Lev, you are awake. That is great. I am sorry. I was not going to go to the second floor without permission, but there was something warm in her voice. I was worried about you, so I followed you. Lasite continued to recount. Seeing you unconscious, I gave you medicine. That medicine, it is very difficult to pour out, and it tastes very bitter. Aurelio felt confused. How do you know that? She explained, a little embarrassed. Actually, I directly gave it to you. I am sorry, the situation was too urgent. He stepped forward and hugged her. I am so glad you are okay. His voice trembled a little. I thought I had made a mistake. I was afraid you would never wake up. Lucette asked in surprise, Lev, were you very scared? She gently recounted, I guess that medicine has ingredients that help calm the body. When I drank it, I suddenly felt sleepy. I do not understand why you always drink something so bitter and sticky. Seeing Aurelio worried, she comforted him, I am really okay, so please smile. Because you are sad, I am starting to feel sad too. A sad smile appeared on her face. He thought to himself, the moment I thought I was going to lose you, I felt so scared and lonely that I was suffocating. I will never let you be in danger again. Aurelio made a decision. I absolutely will not let you slip away. Time shifted to the following week, at Rodante Castle. Johann cheerfully asked, Lucette, are you ready? He excitedly approached. I never thought I would be so nervous on the first lesson. It is not even my class. It was very difficult to invite this person, so please study hard. Lucette smiled and agreed. Of course, I am looking forward to knowing who that person is. I will study very hard, Mr. Assistant. She immediately took out a book. I can't believe I can actually study pharmacology. By the way, I can also study Lev's medicine. She thought to herself, what question should I ask first? There are so many things I want to ask. Lucette quickly stood up. Hello, madam. From now on, please. She was about to say something more. Take care of me. The serious expression caught her attention. Teacher. Lucette even felt a little scared. This person is. She did not know what to say. My pharmacology teacher, the teacher quickly announced. Then we will start the first lesson. Lucette hurriedly nodded. Please take care of me, madam. She continued to look at the book. First, read me chapter 1 of the textbook. She felt confused. Chapter 1. Do you mean the overview of medicinal materials? She nodded. That is right. If you have any questions while reading, please ask me. Lucette continued to look at the book in her hand. I already read it all at home. No, I should not be too hasty. Suddenly, she felt curious. Madam, I have a question about mold, a type of plant that contains toxins. She said what she was thinking. As far as I know, there are many different types of mold. Please explain the differences between the different types of mold to me. Lucette was very focused. The most difficult thing when reading on your own is that the book only explains the basic concepts. She said to herself, now that I have a teacher, I have to ask as much as I want. The teacher suddenly announced, you do not need to know that. Her expression was calm. Anyway, it can be treated with the same antidote. Lucette felt regretful. Why is her explanation so vague? The teacher announced, we have finished reading chapter 1. Now, let us practice. She wondered to herself, is this going to be okay? After some time, the teacher asked, when there is a change in the leaves, the incubation process will end. Lucette quickly explained, it is when the color changes and the scent becomes stronger. She nodded in agreement. Very good. Please try to check it. Aurelio quickly stood up. Yes. She examined the vial in her hand. It is transparent and has a very strong scent. I think it has been made very well. She was very satisfied. Now you can make the antidote yourself. Let us end today's lesson here. Suddenly Lucette felt regretful. Has it already ended? But she was still polite. You have worked hard, madam. Goodbye. Although she thought to herself, too bad, I still have so many curiosities I wanted to ask her. She seemed to have realized, it seems like this is just a standard class. Lucette asked herself, the teacher seems to know a lot of things. Or is she dissatisfied with me? Johann quickly appeared. Lucette, did the first lesson go well? Can you spare me some time? Lucette turned to look at him. Assistant Johann, what is wrong? He was a little embarrassed. I have something I want to ask you. She immediately approached. You have something you want to ask me? Johann quickly whispered. The thing I want to ask is about Levinus. Then Lucette felt confused. Did Lev get angry at you? He helplessly recounted everything. The thing is, we still have not been able to find a teacher for Levinus. Feeling sorry, I went to ask him. Johann remembered Lucette's face at that time. He said that he did not expect anything from us, told me not to bother him, and to go back quickly. Her expression gradually became sad. Lev really said that. He was still crying. It is really my fault that made him wait. She approached to comfort him. I know you care about him. Lassit then smiled. The Lev I know is not that fierce. There must be some misunderstanding. After the lesson ended, Lassit quickly went home. She thought to herself, why did Lev say such harsh words to the assistant? He is not a person who does not understand others. Suddenly a voice rang out from behind. Hey, Luce, where are you going? Lassit happily greeted. Dominic suggested. You are on your way home, right? Let us go together. Suddenly she became curious. How's the work at the smithy going? Is everything okay? He smiled and nodded, of course. Did you see the glorious wound here? His face was almost excited. It won't be long before I become the best blacksmith in Seenan village. Just you wait. Lassit had to laugh too. Little Dominic has grown up a lot. Remembering something surprised her. Didn't you just cry on Aunt Dahlia's skirt yesterday? Dominic was flustered. What? What are you talking about? He walked and asked. Hey, can't you be quiet? When did I cry? Lassit quickly teased, still pretending you do not know. Aurelio stood on the side watching the two laugh and joke. He was a little embarrassed. Luce. Lassit was surprised and turned to look at him. Lev, were you waiting for me? She quickly waved. See you later. He felt curious. What were you talking about with Dominic? Lassit immediately recounted. It was just a chance encounter, so we just asked each other how we were doing. He said he is working at the smithy these days. Remembering that made her curious. By the way, Lev, I heard that you have not been assigned a teacher. It must be hard studying on your own, right? Aurelio sighed. Not really. I have been studying on my own all this time. She continued to probe. Don't you feel frustrated, because you can't ask about the things you are curious about? His expression was calm. You can find out by reading academic books. Then Lassit worriedly asked, but what about that? Actually, I think the assistant was just worried about you. That is why he came to find you. She did not forget to explain. It seems like he is very worried because he has not found a teacher for you. He nodded. I see. He does not need to worry too much about me. Aurelio recounted everything. I am just worried that my work will increase unnecessarily because of me. Lassit thought to herself, as expected, the assistant misunderstood him. She quickly suggested, oh, next time, let us call Dominic along too, okay? Aurelio felt confused. Why? Why suddenly that? Lassit smiled and explained. Dominic is also a close friend of mine, no less than you. She glanced outside. How great would it be if you two were close? He is not a timid child like before anymore. Wouldn't it be more fun if the three of us played together? This made Aurelio pause for a few seconds. Luce. He then asked, do you like Dominic? Lassit nodded innocently. Yeah, of course. Although he is a bit childish, he is a very good friend. He continued to probe. What about me? She happily replied. Of course you are also an important friend to me. Why? Aurelio's voice suddenly became hoarse. Then who do you like more in particular? She was still surprised by this question. Aurelio continued. Suppose if one of us disappeared. His expression became even stranger. Then would you feel that the remaining person is more special to you? Lassit felt surprised. If one of you disappeared, would I feel that the remaining person is special? Why are you suddenly saying this? He sighed and said, it is just that. I do not know what you would think. Aurelio continued. Just consider it, as we are joking, and try to answer. What do you think? Lassit's expression was a little difficult. First, I do not want to think about things like this. But she did not think like that. Wouldn't the person who remained by my side be more special? A bright smile appeared on his face. As expected, it is the person who is always by your side until the very end who is more special. Lassit glanced outside. No, I think the person who gives me a more special feeling would be the person who disappeared. He suddenly felt surprised. Why? She continued to say what she was thinking. Because time passes and will never come back, and past memories will become beautiful memories. When I remember someone who has left. There was something strange in her voice. Wouldn't we feel more longing for them? Aurelio froze for a few seconds. Would feel more longing. Lassit smiled and said, however, I do not want any of you to disappear, because if that happens, there will be no one by my side. Let us stop joking about issues like this now, okay? He nodded sadly. Yeah, sorry, because I asked useless questions. Lasite shook her head and comforted. You are also very special to me. Can we go for a walk somewhere? He happily nodded. Of course we can. His eyes were strange again. I won't make you worry. Aurelio thought to himself, I will find a way to become the most special. He said to himself, to Luce. Then Lasite happily said, Lev, are not you tired? I can go home alone. He quickly explained, what are you saying? I can't let you go home alone in this weather. She smiled and said, thanks to you, I got home safely. So, I will go inside now, okay? Right at this moment, Dominic's voice rang out, Luce. He approached and reminded her, why are you so late? I have been waiting for you for a long time. His expression was worried. Your roof has a hole again. Lasite was shocked and surprised, again. Dominic approached and announced, yeah, my mom told me to pick you up. Sleep at my house, okay? This scene made Aurelio uncomfortable. He immediately grabbed her hand. Lasite turned her head in confusion, Lev. She quickly said, what is wrong? You are hurting my hand. Seeing that he still did not move, she then called out, Lev, let go of me. Aurelio thought to himself, Luce, I hate that you are close to other people. I want to become your only friend and monopolize everything about you. His expression was very uncomfortable. I won't give you to anyone else. Seeing this, Dominic felt confused. What are you guys doing? Are you planning to continue getting rained on? Suddenly, he became strange. Then he slowly let go of Lasite's hand. Sorry for keeping you. Go quickly, Luce. She nodded understandingly. Yeah, see you later, Lev. She did not forget to wave. Be careful on your way home. Go home before it gets dark, okay? Aurelio quickly put up his umbrella. Yeah, see you later. His eyes became cold. What should I do? He asked himself, so that I can keep you by my side. After entering the house, Dominic said, as soon as I stepped inside, it started pouring as if it was waiting for me. Lasite felt confused. Don't tell me my house will be flooded. He immediately replied, don't worry, if that happens, I will fix it for you. Suddenly, she remembered something. Good idea. Hey, is there a book I have not read? He turned to look back. This pile. He did not forget to say, my brother sent them back. Lasite felt curious. Your brother? Dominic nodded in confirmation. Yeah, I heard he is coming home soon. He recounted everything. He said the books were heavy, so he sent them back first. They are all history books. Her eyes immediately lit up. History books. Did your brother study history? Dominic sighed and confirmed. Yeah, that is right. He talks so much about it that it makes my head hurt. Other than the story about the witch, it is not interesting at all. Lasite was surprised and understood. It is that kind of story. He said what he knew. How should I say it? Witches are a special existence. They can't be killed by weapons like guns or knives. They use powerful magic, but can't enter a house without permission. His expression was very calm. They take people's souls in exchange for magic. Lasite's eyes lit up. Then what else? Is there a more interesting story, about the last witch, for example? This scene made Dominic not want to face it. No, I do not know. I only heard vaguely. Lasite sighed and blamed. What? You do not know anything important at all. He immediately turned his face away. If you are so curious, why do not you ask your best friend? Doesn't he know everything? She was surprised. Are you talking about Lev? My best friend, you know him too. Why are you talking so coldly? Dominic turned to judge. Acquaintance relationship. He would not consider me as his friend. When you are with him, do not you see that he does not bother with me? Lasite was about to explain. Doesn't bother with you. Lev is not that kind of person. He continued, enough already. I am not so insensitive that I do not notice it. She seemed to realize something. Similar things also happened with assistant Johan. For some reason, he keeps being misunderstood. She was still thinking, Lev is not such a mean boy. On the other side, Aurelio threw his umbrella to the ground. He walked and muttered, I do not want to let you go, but I can't keep you either. He did not even use an umbrella. Only I can be by Luce's side. His expression was very calm. I must be by your side. The teacher's voice rang out. Now, today's lesson we will learn about painkillers. This place is Rodante Castle. She seriously taught, painkillers are divided into two types, antipyretic painkillers, which help reduce fever, and anti-inflammatory painkillers, which help eliminate inflammation. At the same time, she searched through the book, regarding the detailed content. Please refer to the book when you have time. Lassit felt confused. It has been a week since I started learning. The learning format has always been like this. The teacher does not want to teach me. She immediately asked, Yes, madam, I want to know the reason why side effects occur. She sighed and continued to announce, Even if you do not know that, it won't affect your business. Just give the crying children a piece of candy, and it will be fine. These words suddenly made Lassit silent. She decided to speak, Madam, I am not learning pharmacy to make money. Her expression gradually became determined. I am asking because I am really curious and want to know. If you know the answer, please tell me the correct answer. The teacher was surprised to hear this. You really want to become a pharmacist? Lassit nodded in confirmation. Yes, I really want to learn how to cure people. She seemed to understand something, so that is it. Then she adjusted her sleeves. I do not understand why you want to follow such a difficult path. Suddenly the teacher remembered the past, but a long time ago, the image of a blonde woman appeared, was asked to treat a skin disease for a lady. She did her job well, and within a month, I successfully treated her, a treatment that the responsible pharmacist had failed. Bad things have happened, but the price to pay for healing was terrible. Others always criticized the teacher. She must be a witch. She clearly used magic. At that time, she felt extremely desperate. Returning to reality, the teacher was sad. Compared to the old days, now pharmacists are still treated with contempt. She knew the path Lassit had to face. To humans, treating illnesses with medicine is no different from a strange magic. She said her thoughts. You would not want to be considered a witch and be treated unfairly, right? I just want to protect Lassit. I did not expect to say this so soon. Perhaps the teacher did not mean anything else. If you have understood what I said, then it is okay if you do not come to class from the next lesson. Lassit thought to herself, so that is it. That is why she has been treating me coldly until now. Looking at that scar, I can understand her attitude towards me during the past time. She suddenly felt sad for her. Lassit immediately asked, but what if I still want to continue listening to lectures? The teacher was surprised. Don't you understand what I mean? She nodded in confirmation. I understand. But even if that happens, I still want to continue learning pharmacology. Actually, a friend who is very important to me has a rare disease. She remembered Aurelio's expression. I want to cure that friend's illness. Her face became radiant, and I also know, pharmacology is not dangerous. The teacher on the side listened silently. We should never give up the ability to save people. She then laughed. You remind me of the first time I started this job. Then the teacher reminded, I am a very strict teacher, so you have to prepare yourself mentally in the future. Lassit nodded understandingly. It is okay, that is also what I want. She suddenly felt relieved. Please help me in the future, madam. Then Johan opened the door. Lassit, did the lesson go well? He ran in. Today's class seems full of life, huh? Lassit then called out, Mr. Assistant. She happily recounted. That is right. I feel like the class has only just officially started. I also feel like I have become closer to my teacher. He felt relieved. That is such a relief. His face was overjoyed. I am looking forward to your growth in the future. Lassit nodded. I will try my best, but... Johan comforted. It is okay. You do not need to feel too pressured. Actually, most people are afraid of studying pharmacy. He was very happy. As long as you do not give up halfway, I am grateful enough. Suddenly Lassit asked, people are afraid of pharmacology because of magic, is not it? He sighed and nodded in confirmation. That is right, because people thought pharmacology was the heritage of witches. But both the Lord and I will not believe in such superstitious things. Johan remembered Aurelio's face. We value nurturing talents very much. His voice rang out. Not long ago, leprosy was spread to the neighboring duchy of Peter. I heard that many people have died. Speaking to this point, Johan sighed. That is an event that made us once again realize the importance of pharmacology. But he still felt excited. So Lassit, please try your best to prepare for any unexpected situation. I trust you. Lassit laughed awkwardly. Aren't you putting too much pressure on me? Time has shifted to the evening, Lassit complained. Today was really busy. She looked at the books on the table. In just one day, the number of books I need to read has increased so much. Her expression was a little tired. Should I be happy, or should I be sad? Lassit glanced outside. It seems that prejudice against magic here is very strong. She thought to herself, the people here really have a bad feeling about magic. Lucette sensed something. Clearly the witches have all disappeared from before, right? Thinking about this made her head hurt. She immediately put the book down on the table. I won't think about it anymore. The important thing is that there are no more witches now. Her face became radiant. I am living in an era that has nothing to do with principles. Lucette quickly lay down under the bed. She said to herself, all I need to do is eat and live comfortably. Don't worry unnecessarily anymore. Lucette did not know that Radnum was secretly observing outside. He smiled in surprise. It seems like there is some misunderstanding here. His expression was strange. Because it is quite interesting, I will leave her alone for a while. On a cold, snowy day, Vincent complained, it is so cold. I still have to work on days like this. The kid sighed and wondered, how long is Dad going to make me deliver letters? The kid walked and searched, who would send letters to a remote village like this? Vincent quickly recognized a letter. Let us see. Next is. The kid picked it up and examined it. The envelope looks so expensive. His expression was a little confused. Count Menelik. Vincent wondered to himself, why would a nobleman of this level write a letter to our village? His eyes widened. The recipient is Lucette's mother. Realizing something was wrong, the kid was startled. How could a woman living in the countryside receive a letter from a noble family? Wait, does not that mean Luce is also the daughter of a count? Vincent said to himself, there is no way. Next, he opened the letter to examine it. Seeing that there was nothing inside made him uncomfortable. What? There is nothing at all. How boring. Then Vincent threw this letter to the ground. That is right. If Luce was really a noble, there is no way she would be in a rural village like this. The kid sighed and complained. How disappointing. Right at this moment, someone approached the letter. Radnum quickly picked up the letter in his hand. His expression was a little calm. Look, he brazenly threw away a letter that has an owner. What a hot-tempered kid. He smiled and said, of course, I am very grateful to you too. Next, Radnum burned this letter. I should still let everyone enjoy peace for a little longer. Sooner or later the truth will be revealed. On the other side, Lucette asked, it is snowing so much. Should I sleep at your house and then go home? Aurelio quickly reminded, your mom will worry. You promised your mom already. She suddenly felt worried. I do not know why mom is like this these days. She has been controlling me more and more lately. He approached and announced, tell your mom not to worry too much. She smiled and looked at him. You are saying it as if you only take me home on dark nights. Her face was radiant. You always take me home. Lucette continued to remember, last time it was because it was raining, and when the weather is nice, it is because there is wind blowing. Sometimes there will be a fragrance of flowers, so I want to take you home and also. Her eyes became sad. The only time you went home first was when you were sick. Aurelio suddenly felt embarrassed, really. He gently held her hand. Sorry, actually they are all just excuses. His face turned red. Actually, I want to be with you a little longer because I feel regretful when you have to go home. These warm words caught Lucette's attention. She approached and happily said, we can always be by each other's side. Her expression was relaxed. Lev, you are really a spoiled little boy. Lucette continued to take his hand. I am worried that if this continues, you will faint alone on the way home again. Aurelio shook his head and explained, no, I am very healthy these days. I know I won't overwork myself. Lucette laughed gently and replied, I know, I will believe you. Instead, if something happens, you must tell me. He sighed and nodded, I know, I promise you. Lucette immediately decided, great, then I will go home by myself from here, because it is almost home anyway. As she prepared to leave, Aurelio called out, wait, Luce, before you go. He took out a gift. Could you receive this? Because I learned and made it myself. It is a little clumsy, but... She still did not understand what was happening. Huh? Her expression was innocent. What is this? Aurelio continued to instruct. Open it when you are alone. I hope you will like it. Time had shifted to late at night. Lucette suddenly felt confused. What exactly is it that he is being so mysterious about? She was very surprised. This is... Lucette looked at the gift in her hand. Is it a pendant? She asked herself, did Lev learn how to make gemstones? Aurelio's voice rang out, Luce. Lucette seemed to have realized something. She hurriedly asked, Lev, is that your voice? He nodded in confirmation. It is me. Can you hear me clearly? Aurelio continued, I wanted to talk to you a little more, so I created this. This is also a little like being spoiled, is not it? Lucette felt surprised. What are you saying? You know I was just joking. I also like listening to your voice. Just in time, I also have something I want to give you. She gently announced, please try to look under the dining table in your house. Aurelio noticed, there is a strange box. Lucette nodded and continued, that is it. Please try to open it. I was planning to give you a surprise, but just in time, I also received your gift. The gift inside caught his attention. Lucette's warm voice rang out, I created it using the knowledge I learned in class. Although it is not as good as your medicine, it will also be helpful to you. He felt confused. When did you do all this? Lucette calmly explained, I did it in my free time, and also while practicing. She added a few words. By the way, remember to read the note, because I have already written down how to use the medicine. Her voice rang out. People say that using medicine for the right purpose is very important. Do you understand? Aurelio replied, thank you, Luce. I feel like I have received a much bigger gift. He turned to look at his vial of medicine. Come to think of it, what was the original purpose of the medicine that you drank? Suddenly Aurelio remembered. Radnum only said it was a type of medicine suitable for my condition, but he never told me why I was sick. Thinking about this made his head throb. Seeing him strange made Lucette worry. Lev, what is wrong? Is something wrong? He hurriedly shook his head. I am fine. Don't worry. Then Aurelio drank this vial of medicine. What is wrong? Every time I think about that medicine, my head hurts like it is about to explode. Seeing him not move made Lucette afraid. Why are you suddenly silent? Don't tell me you fainted again. Answer me, Lev. Time had passed to the next day. Rodante Castle. Lucette did her homework while sighing. She still felt something to worry about. Lev, is he going to be okay? Then she quickly opened the book to examine it. Returning to last night, Aurelio said, sorry, Luce. You must have been very worried. Lucette was confused. What is wrong? Are you hurting somewhere again? He hurriedly explained, I slipped and fell. She felt confused to hear that. What? Lucette immediately blamed. Lev, you idiot. You scared me to death. I thought you fainted again, so I was always nervous. She sighed. Although Lev was a little clumsy at first, the more time passes, the more uneasy I feel leaving him alone. She thought, next time I have to make more ointment. I have to make as much preventive medicine for him as possible. Lucette suddenly fell silent for a moment. She continued to study. All right, he said he is fine, so I should worry less. Lev is not a child either. A strange sound rang out, catching her attention. Lucette curiously glanced outside. Is that the sound of fencing? She quickly went out to examine it. Be a little gentler. Johann was still teaching. Raise your shoulder a little, relax. Lucette was surprised to realize, so it is a swordsmanship class. Her expression changed to curiosity. Lev is learning swordsmanship. She happily said, that is great. He has finally been assigned a teacher. The assistant must have worked very hard. Suddenly Lucette worried, is it going to be okay? He does not seem to be in a very good mood today. What if he is overworking himself? After some time, Aurelio smiled. Overworking, not at all. I was wondering why you ran here in such a hurry. He turned to look at Lucette. Thank you for worrying about me, Luce. But I am really okay. She breathed a sigh of relief. That is a relief. Because it is the first lesson, I thought you were overworking. He felt surprised. The first lesson. The man before her caught her attention. Isn't this your swordsmanship teacher? Lucette continued to comment. I saw you two coordinating very well earlier. It was very cool. You are already very skilled. Aurelio was still about to say something more. Thank you for the compliment, but he was a little embarrassed. This person is not my swordsmanship teacher. Lucette was surprised. Really? Then who is he? Aurelio turned to announce. Let me introduce you. He is a knight close to the Lord. Franz smiled and introduced himself. My name is Franz. You are Lucette, right? I have heard about you from the Lord. You are both very outstanding children. I heard that a boy wanted to learn swordsmanship, so I came to take a look, and I saw that he has good strength. Lucette shook her head and said, You are too kind. I am just a beginner. He laughed in surprise. You are really humble. Have you really never held a sword before? That posture is clearly. Johann's voice rang out, Sir Franz. Johann quickly ran over. I have been looking for you. So you are here. Franz turned his head curiously. Johann, what is wrong? He continued to announce, the Lord is looking for you. Franz nodded to hear that. The Lord, I know. I will go right away. Johann smiled and looked at the two. So you were with you too? Sorry, but I will take the night away. Lasite shook her head. What? If it is the Lord's business, then of course. Franz waved to both of them, then Lavina's. Next time let us face off in a more proper way. See you later, you too. Lasite also understood. Yes, see you later, Mr. Franz. Then he asked, Johann, do we need to teach the daughter of a noble family? Johann did not understand. Huh? What do you mean? Franz continued to tell. What I mean is Lavina's. It seems like he has been trained in advanced swordsmanship. This made Johann suspicious. Huh? What do you mean? That boy is an orphan. His expression became serious. No way, just with a few touches of the sword. It is enough for me to be sure. He guessed something. He was trained in swordsmanship by the royal family. Johann found it hard to believe. Huh? Franz continued to say his thoughts. Even if he is not good at swordsmanship, he is not simply the son of a duke. He is definitely not an ordinary child. On the other side, Lasite probed. Lev, Mr. Franz praised you a lot just now. Have you ever learned swordsmanship? Aurelio explained. Just now, I was just performing basic movements. He added, today, Mr. Franz supported me a lot. She nodded. So that is it. Her face was radiant. Even so, in my opinion, you also have a talent for swordsmanship. He also felt happy, I know. Next time if I meet him again, I will ask him to teach me more. Aurelio's expression became strange. He remembered the past. That night, when responding to my sword, he deliberately used more strength. Because I was so flustered, I responded according to what I had learned in the royal palace. His palm clenched tightly. Hopefully, I won't have to face him again. Right at this moment, Lasite quickly examined her hair. Aurelio approached. It seems like that is right. This place is a little messy. Please turn around. I will untangle it for you. Lasite nodded. Thank you. She happily said, you are really kind. I can do it myself. She did not forget to tease. You are always clumsy in your own things. Aurelio became stunned. Me. Lasite continued. Then who was it who fell while talking to me yesterday? He was startled in surprise. That. There was a technical error. Aurelio glanced in another direction. It is so embarrassing. Please forget about it. He thought to himself, the royal family is watching my every move. Aurelio did not want to involve Lasite. Through that wizard, I do not want even you to be in danger. At this time, she also slowly spoke. You know, Lev, you clearly said that you are okay, but to be honest, I am still very worried about you. She turned to instruct. So, if something happens to you, you must let me think of a way with you, understand? He seriously nodded in confirmation. Aurelio remembered the first day they met, Luce, although you do not know it all. His heart fluttered, but I have relied on you a lot already. He was extremely moved. You are the one who illuminated my life from the first day we met. Lasite laughed when she heard this. What? How embarrassing. If you say that, I do not know what to say. Aurelio quickly explained. I want to tell you how much you have comforted my soul. He asked himself, will I be able to tell Luce the whole truth someday? But then quickly comforted, no, that day will not come. But then, Lasite felt confused. Why are you suddenly smiling? That is very suspicious. Aurelio hurriedly shook his head. It is nothing. His heart was determined. I want to protect your smile forever. On a beautiful day, after that, time passed so quickly that spring had arrived in the blink of an eye. Lasite ran to this place. There are flower buds already. She thought to herself, before I knew it, I have lived in Seaning Village for almost a year. She seemed to have grown up a lot. I can't say that nothing has happened during the past time, but I thought I had adapted to living here very comfortably. She thought in her heart, this is the life I want. A voice rang out, Luce. Lasite turned her head. Dietrich, he waved, over here. She felt strange, this person is. He smiled, long time no see. You have grown a lot. Dietrich continued to ask, don't tell me you have forgotten me already. Lasite seemed to remember something. Could it be? She approached and said, "There is no way that would happen. Long time no see, brother Dietrich. How have you been lately?" He was a little disappointed. "Why did you answer me so slowly? I thought you had forgotten me." Suddenly he sighed. "I heard Dominic say, you are studying at Rodante Castle these days." Lucette nodded to hear that. "Yes, that is right. I am on my way home from school today." Dietrich was curious. "How do you find it? Is it worth learning?" Her expression was difficult. "Not really. It is getting harder and harder. It was not like this at first." He laughed in surprise. "Everyone is like that when they are studying." Dietrich added, "Don't just keep reading books, you also have to go out and have fun." Lucette looked at him. "So, you have graduated, so you have come back here." He hurriedly shook his head. "No, my professor is on vacation." Lucette seemed to guess. "Then you will probably stay in town for a while." She continued to ask, "Brother, I heard that you majored in history, is that right?" Dietrich nodded. "That is right." "Why?" Her voice carried a question. "Actually, I am very curious about something." Lucette approached and whispered, "Can you tell me more about the story you told Dominic in the past?" Dietrich was surprised. "The story I told Dominic," she nodded. "Yes, the story about a witch. It sounds very interesting." She continued to recount the story. "I am also very interested in stories about the royal family. Do you want to hear one? About a prince who grew up in the neglect of the royal family because he was born an illegitimate child." Lucette's voice rang out. "Forced to embark on a political marriage and developed a love-hate relationship with his wife. Due to constant misunderstandings, he killed the woman he loved, his siblings, and everyone around him." She was still enthusiastically recounting a very sad and cruel story, with an ending that made everyone unhappy. Then Lucette asked herself, "Was I too rude?" Dietrich became serious. "Lucette, you." He covered his mouth. "You have only grown up a little, but I already think you are strange." Lucette felt embarrassed. "Why? Isn't this something that can happen?" He laughed. "Not at all." Dietrich continued to say what he knew, because from the beginning the royal family could not harm each other. That is an oath that even the emperor can't break because it is a type of ancient magic. She blankly turned to look at him. "But I heard that the witches of the past have all disappeared." He smiled and explained, "That is why it is called ancient magic." But then, Dietrich suddenly became curious. "Why are you suddenly so interested in these things?" He continued to ask, "Lucette, are you interested in history?" Lucette then laughed, a little. She thought to herself, "How strange. I thought that was the ending of the novel. The content of the novel does not exist at all." She was confused. This is something completely unpredictable. Right at this moment, Lucette felt worried. She looked up at the sky. "Am I missing something?" Inside the royal palace, Diana's voice rang out. "Delmar, it is very late." She asked, "Isn't it time for you to go to bed now?" He sighed sadly. "I am sorry, mother. Only when brother, no, Aurelio reads me a book, can I sleep well." His expression was dejected. "Mom, can you bring brother Aurelio back? Brother Aurelio is so pitiful." Diana was a little speechless. "Delmar." He was still whispering. "He must be very lonely." There was a little regret in his voice, living alone in such a remote village. Right at this moment, she questioned, "How did you know that?" She continued to stand up and judge. "Clearly he was taken to a place that you do not know about." Diana became even more angry. "Could it be that you went to see him?" Delmar suddenly felt embarrassed. "That." Her expression completely changed. "I told you that you are not allowed to leave the palace without my permission." He recounted everything. "It was Radnum who took me there." The familiar name made her freeze. "Radnum? Why?" Delmar said sadly, "Last summer, I told Radnum that I wanted to see my brother, and he took me there with magic." He did not forget to add, "I did meet my brother, but only for a moment. Nothing happened." Diana sighed and covered her face. "Nothing happened, right?" She thought to herself, "Until now, I still have not heard His Majesty say anything. Perhaps it is not a big deal." This worried her. If he misunderstands that Delmar cares about that exiled prince, then clearly the emperor has his own plans. Seeing this, Diana said with instructions, "Delmar, from now on you have to act as if you have never met Aurelio, understand?" Although very surprised, Delmar was still obedient. He happily nodded in agreement. "Yes, mother, I will act as if I have never met my brother." She thought to herself, if this continues, it will be very dangerous. I need a way to protect my son. She knew clearly what her abilities were. Suddenly Diana remembered the moment the two were talking. Perhaps he also knows clearly how dangerous it is to accept a child's complaint. Her face became scary. I need to warn him. After going outside, Diana called out, Radnam, show yourself. I have something I want to order you. Radnam appeared at this place, as expected. I can't deceive the Empress. He gently placed his hand on his chest. Radnam, I respond to the call of the great royal family. Please give me your order, your highness. Her expression was unpleasant. I have heard everything. You let Delmar meet that child. Only then did he remember. This was a long time ago. She still continued to judge. You know how dangerous that is. His Majesty definitely has a reason why he isolated that child. Diana turned to remind, if you are negligent and make His Majesty unhappy then. He seriously nodded. Yes, I was too careless. I will pay attention. Does your highness have any other instructions for me? She asked. I have a question. It seemed she felt doubtful. How did His Majesty hear the prophecy that made him exile Aurelio? Radnam quickly explained, I am sorry, I cannot say that. Because the prophecy is a promise between the people who made the pact. Diana was surprised. A promise. She looked up ahead. So, the prophecy, you can only hear things about yourself. He laughed and looked at Diana. What are you curious about, your highness? She continued to recount. Delmar, I am worried about whether my son will incur His Majesty's wrath. I completely understand your highness's worries for His Highness. Radnam gently bowed. Of course, that is not difficult. But then, his slow voice rang out. Unfortunately, all prophecies have a price. She asked, what do you want? Gold, silver, gems, or money? His finger pointed forward. Although the pact will be easily established with just a word from your highness. But then, his voice was extremely strange. After the pact ends, you will know what the price is. Diana frowned and looked at him. How ridiculous. Are you planning to hide the terms of the agreement? What nonsense are you spouting? But he still laughed and replied, I am just telling the truth, your highness. You do not need to worry too much. The next word startled her. The Empress's prophecy is like an unripe berry. Diana was still about to say, but am I sure that I can trust your prophecy? Just as she finished speaking, he replied, look, are you doubting His Majesty the Emperor? Her hand clenched tightly. Diana remembered her son. Okay, although it is quite annoying, but currently, this is the only way to protect my son. She looked up at him. Then Diana made a decision. All right, let us make a deal. Radnam, tell me the prophecy about Delmar. Radnam calmly stretched out his hand forward. All right, your highness. He suddenly raised both hands into the air. Space in this place showed a change. A golden apple appeared. He held the apple and gave it to Diana. I offer the prophecy to Her Majesty. She ate it without hesitation. A stream of light appeared, catching her attention. This is. The voice rang out. Go find it. Continued was the request. Go find a fiancé for him. She felt surprised. A fiancé of Delmar. The scene shifted to Rodante Castle. Lasite felt confused. An academic festival, combined with a music festival. Johann smiled and nodded. That is right. Winter has ended now. He excitedly recounted. It is a festival to show off the knowledge that you have accumulated over the past time, along with music. Lasite was very much looking forward to it. It seems like it will be very interesting. He nodded in confirmation, of course, because it is a festival to welcome spring. Johann did not forget to add, of course, there will also be unique highlights. At the same time, he turned to look at the two. For the rest, the Lord will explain it to you. Kumein. The big door was opened. Greetings, Lord. Rodante stood up to see everyone. Our talents of Rodante, please come in. I have been waiting for you. He was very much looking forward to it. You have both heard Johann say it briefly, right? Rodante's first festival will be held soon. Lucite nodded immediately after hearing this. Yes, we heard. An event called Music Night and Academic Festival, right. Rodante continued to recount. This is a science festival to honor the research achievements that have been achieved throughout the winter, and also a music festival to celebrate the new year. His eyes lit up slightly. Last night, I finished the new song for this music festival, and I also sent out invitations to the entire empire. So many distinguished guests will come. He felt happy. What do you think? Are you excited? Lasite was a little stunned. The highlight is that. Suddenly Rodante turned his head. So I have something I want to ask you. He quickly asked, what do you two think about participating in the academic festival? Lasite was surprised. You want us to speak? He nodded. That is right. There is nothing to worry about. Just be gentle. Johan continued to instruct. There is nothing to feel pressured about. So just think about it comfortably. I think it will become a good experience for you. Although very confused, she still nodded in agreement. Yes. She quickly stepped outside. I will try to talk to Lev. But Lasite desperately held her head. Speak. I can't imagine it at all. What should I do? Aurelio reminded. So you are planning to prepare for that. He said not to put too much pressure. She sighed. It is easy to say, but how can that be? Furthermore, we are in a position to receive support from the Lord. He was about to say something, so that is it. She seemed to understand. Don't worry, you do not have to participate either. Aurelio was surprised. Why? Lasite walked forward. You have been self-studying for the past time, and you do not like appearing in front of people. He was about to say something. Luce, you also feel that it is a burden. She shook her head and explained, it is okay. As long as I receive help from the teacher, it will be fine. Aurelio felt happy. Thank you for caring about me, Luce. Then I will try my best to help you. His expression gradually became serious. The scale of this event seems much larger than I thought. Hopefully, there won't be any trouble. He thought to himself, because I can't leave this place yet. Inside the royal palace, the emperor asked, candidates for Prince Delmar, what does this mean? He felt confused. Suddenly she requested an audience and then babbled something. Is not he not even 15 years old yet? Diana slowly spoke. Recently, your majesty must have heard that the endemic disease is currently spreading throughout the empires. He nodded in confirmation. Yes, I heard that the Duchy of Peter has suffered greatly. Her eyes became sad. Yes, that is why many children have lost their lives. I want to find a good fiancé for my son before it is too late. The emperor immediately hesitated. Then he looked through them one by one. Simmel, Menelik, Bradyberry. His expression gradually became curious. They are all families on the western border. The emperor looked at Diana. Are all these things coincidental, Diana? He thought to himself, it seems she is only looking into and choosing royal families. She immediately bowed. Then please review it and tell me, your majesty. Looking at the information in his hand surprised him. Seeing this, she noticed. What is wrong? The emperor shook his head. Nothing special, just that, this is a little interesting. The scene shifted to Aurelio's house at night. He suddenly felt pain. Seeing the wound, Radnam reminded, look, your highness, perhaps it is time for you to gradually adapt to this. He laughed and said, let us see what it will show us today. Aurelio's expression gradually became unpleasant. He quickly opened his mouth. Why are you looking at me like that? You seem very restless. Let me see. Radnam sighed. It is a pity, but it seems like nothing special is happening. He bowed. Then I will take my leave first. Aurelio called out, wait, Radnam, I have something I want to ask you. Radnam was very much looking forward to it. You said you have something you want to ask me? He did not hesitate. That is right. He continued to ask, in a few days, a festival will be held at the Lord's castle. Will anyone there recognize my identity? This surprised him. Many people are looking for me these days, are not they? He announced, Your Highness, my prophecy is very expensive. Aurelio got straight to the point. What do you want? Radnam declared, the essence of prophecy is to read the future. His voice rang out, Your Highness knows that reading the future is taboo, so, to be worthy of that, of course the price to pay will be very high. His face became even scarier, however, the weight is only relative, so. He reached out his hand towards him. I will take away what is most precious to you. Aurelio remembered Lasite's face. What is most precious to me? This made him silent. Radnam continued to ask, Now, are you ready? He thought to himself, what should I do? How can I trade loose? Suddenly Radnam announced, a person. His hand reached forward. Perhaps, it is a person. Maybe that person will recognize you, Your Highness. Aurelio was about to say something. Wait, I have not made a deal yet. He immediately comforted. Don't worry too much, this is not a prophecy, but just my guess. Aurelio looked at him coldly. You are helping me, Radnam said. Just consider it an investment. At the same time, He immediately disappeared. Then, I wish you a good time. Aurelio sighed. What investment, he thought to himself. What nonsense is he talking about? Then Lasite complained, I am so tired. It has been several days. He was surprised. Are you okay, Luce? You look so tired. Lasite walked and said, don't even mention it. The teacher said this is a good opportunity, and I am burning with determination. She sadly cried, after the academic festival ends, I want to sleep really well. He immediately cheered, please try a little harder. Lasite turned to look at him. By the way, Lev, the academic festival, you are not participating, but you will come, right? Aurelio suddenly felt confused. Why are you asking like that? He sighed and turned away. Anyway, I am forced to go, right? Her face became radiant. Please think comfortably. No, those two also told us to decide comfortably. You won't be forced, right? But then. She approached and probed. Could it be that you feel uneasy because of your eye color? These words made Aurelio freeze. She sighed and continued to walk. I wonder if it is because others care about it that you are like this. You have encountered trouble because of that before. He quickly shook his head. No, Luce. You told me that it is all superstition. Lasite stood still. That is right. That is really right. She put her hand on his forehead. You must not forget what I said at that time, understand? A bright smile appeared. Because your eyes are the most beautiful eyes in the world. This moment made Aurelio's heart freeze. He gently announced, Luce, I will go to the academic festival. She was surprised. Really? Will you be okay? Aurelio nodded. If I am with you, then I will be okay. He thought to himself, that is right. I do not need to be afraid of anything, because being with Luce is more important to me than anything. And Aurelio continued to announce, the academic festival, it will probably be very interesting. Whatever is hindering, he decided, just need to deal with them all. The scene had shifted to the Simmel Palace. This place was a luxurious and solemn place. Simmel worriedly called out, daughter. Alois kept crying, what should I do? Mother, why am I caught up in this? She sadly sighed, why did they choose me to be a candidate for the prince? I have always lived a quiet life. She gently comforted, don't worry too much, you are still just a candidate. Alois hugged Simmel, but I am so scared. She hurriedly begged, I do not want to become the empress. Mother, please remove me from the list of candidates for the position of the prince's consort. She suddenly felt helpless. Alois, I understand your feelings, but how can we refuse the royal order? Alois held her tightly. Isn't death when resisting the royal order, and death when going against his majesty's will, the same? Alois's sad voice rang out. Those who have conflicts with his majesty, whether little or much, all have the same ending. She did not know what to do. 1 is to die. 2 is to disappear forever. Simmel seriously reminded, you must not say such words again. We still have time, so let us think of a way slowly. She gently instructed, daughter, I will solve the matters in the palace for you at all costs. Alois found it hard to believe, really. She looked up. Even if I do not go to the royal palace, it will be okay. Simmel smiled gently, of course. She gently announced, just rest assured and trust in your mother. She continued to say, so, do not worry anymore, and let us go out and play. Alois was surprised, go out. Simmel nodded and recounted, that is right. I just received an invitation about a small festival being held in a rural village in the suburbs. She wiped her tears. But they said that candidates for the position of the prince's consort should limit going out, mother. She gently added, just disguise yourself. No one will recognize you if you dress differently. Alois was still worried. I have never done this before. Will I be able to do it well? Simmel nodded in agreement, of course. My daughter, no matter how you dress, it will be very suitable. You sound like you are also looking forward to it. It will definitely be a fun time. The scene shifted to Lasite's house. Chelsea looked at the letter in her hand. What nonsense is this finally saying? The content was very clear, MS. Chelsea, this is the last time I request you through letters. I will give you a sum of money that you desire. So please hand over your daughter to us. She felt confused. This time is the last time. But this is the first time this letter has been sent here. Her eyes became sad. Count Menelik. Chelsea silently remembered everything until the end. He still has not given up on his suspicions, thinking that I, an ordinary maid, deliberately seduced my husband. My husband, he felt disappointed because of this, So he took me away from the Count's house. Bad things have happened. Until now I still can't accept that it was his evil children who took my husband's life. She clenched the letter in her hand. Her expression became even more angry. Killing my husband is still not enough. Now you are craving my daughter too. Suddenly Lasite called out, "Mom." She happily announced, "I am going out now. Where are you planning to go?" Chelsea stood up. "Is something good happening?" Lasite recounted, "I am going to Rodante Castle, because the academic festival is coming up, so I need to complete the materials for the final speech." She was a little surprised. "Is that so? That is why you have been so tired these days, right?" Her mood dropped. "To be honest, it is quite tiring, but there is not much left, so I will try to work a little harder to finish." She sighed and comforted. "That is really commendable." "Okay, I believe my daughter will do well." Chelsea instructed, "Also, you must not follow strangers. Understand?" Lasite happily ran away. "Don't worry too much. I am whose daughter." She worried in her heart. "Don't come back too late, and remember to watch out for carriages, dear." Chelsea sadly sighed. "Be careful not to get hurt." She silently watched Lasite's back. "Looking back now, I see that my daughter has grown up a lot." Just that was enough for her to feel happy. She thought to herself, "So, I have finally succeeded in stabilizing my life." Chelsea said to herself, "Now I have to forget what happened before coming here. No, that is not right." She closed her eyes tightly. "I have to make it as if those things never happened. Because for my daughter, I can do anything. Luce, my daughter, I will protect you at all costs." The scene shifted inside the royal palace. The emperor's voice rang out, "I do not understand very well. Do I look like a very idle person?" He looked at the paper in his hand. "What do I need to know about the events of a small village in the suburbs for?" His expression was strange. "Wait, if it is seen in village, then that is the place with that kid." Suddenly the emperor realized something. He immediately ordered, "Send someone to Baron Rodante's territory immediately." His face was excited. "There is a kid with red eyes there." He thought to himself, "This is a good opportunity to get rid of the thorn in my eye." The emperor coldly decided, "Take care of it for me." On the other side, Alois asked, "Will it really be okay, father?" Her father quickly comforted. "Why are you so worried, Alois?" She was still worried. That. She continued to take off her glasses. "What if someone recognizes me?" The questions continued. "What if I reveal my identity and get punished?" Orlan smiled and comforted. "There is nothing to worry about, because this place has no relationship with the royal palace at all." He quickly praised, "And now anyone who looks at you will see you as a stylish boy." Orlan's worried. "If you really feel uneasy, then let us go back now." Alois shook her head. "No, perhaps it is because I am not used to this appearance, so I feel a little awkward." He approached and said, "That is right, you will gradually get used to it, so do not worry too much, dear. More than that, it is also your mother's suggestion, so you do not need to worry." He himself was excited. "Don't be like that. Let us try to think about tonight's concert. I heard that the lord of that village is a quite famous musician." Orlan's voice was gentle. "I think that performance will definitely soothe your unease and worry." This made Alois relieved. "Father." He laughed and hugged Alois. "You seem much more at ease now, daughter. Let us have a fun day together, understand?" She nodded in agreement. "Yes." Her eyes became expectant. "Hopefully, many good things will happen today." Inside the lecture hall, Lasite's voice rang out. "So, here, I conclude my speech on the changes in the effectiveness of herbs depending on their maturity." She said to everyone, "Thank you for your attention and listening." Today was too tiring, making Lasite sigh. She walked and felt depressed. Finally it is over. The pastime has been so tiring. Aurelio called out, "Luce, over here." He gently walked over. "You spoke very well. It was really cool." She was happy. "Lev, I am so glad you liked it." Her voice was excited. "I was very worried because it was too loose." Aurelio shook his head. "No, your speech was very perfect." He seemed happy. The choice of topic was also excellent, and the research results were flawless. Moreover, surprisingly, you arranged the speech very logically. It was very interesting to learn about the systemic aspects of pharmacological research. Lasite laughed in surprise. "It really impressed you deeply." She sighed. "Thank you, Lev." "Thanks to you. I feel much more relieved." Aurelio approached. "What are you saying? It is all the result of your efforts." Anyone who looks at it will see that this is a speech that took a lot of effort. She nodded understandingly. Thank you for recognizing that. Suddenly Lasite felt curious. Then the remaining schedule is just the music festival, right? Because it takes place in the evening, there is still some time. What should we do? Aurelio pointed in another direction. Actually, there is a lecture that I am interested in that has invited me. If it is okay, would you like to come with me? She felt surprised. You were invited to listen to a lecture. That is great. Let us go quickly. Inside the room, the lecturer's voice rang out. Therefore, this arrangement may stabilize the magic stone. It also helps improve low-quality magic stones and reduces the most optimal energy consumption in a short period of time. Lasite sat still. What is she talking about? Magic techniques. She helplessly thought, I do not understand a single word. Lasite continued to turn to look at Aurelio. In reality, because Lev has never had his own teacher, this opportunity is very important to him. She also had to sigh. It is so good to see him studying so hard. Today was too tiring for her, but I used all my energy for the speech, so I have reached my limit now. Lasite immediately whispered, Lev, I am going out for a walk, okay? Aurelio turned his head. Are you bored? I am sorry. She hurriedly shook her head. It is okay. It is just that I feel a little stuffy staying in here. When the lecture ends, please contact me through the pendant. Understand? Aurelio nodded. I know. See you later. Lasite left and went outside. It is like being reborn going outside. I should have taken a walk around sooner. She immediately searched around. Let us see. Her expression was a little bored, here or there. It is just a science conference. Lasite was looking for something more interesting. She sighed and thought, the Lord once said that there are no talents in Rodante. Right at this moment, a sound rang out, catching Lasite's attention. She looked inside the palace. This song is. Carrying curiosity, she opened the door and stepped inside. Lasite's eyes sparkled. So this is the main concert hall. Johann smiled and said, Luce, did your speech end well? He probably said, I heard your teacher recount it. I heard the reaction of everyone about it was very good. Is that right? Lasite replied, it is all thanks to my teacher. What are you doing here, assistant? He showed her the script. I am preparing for tonight's music event. The academic festival is about to end, so I am trying to be able to start it on time. Suddenly she was curious. Where's the Lord? Johann smiled and announced, he is preparing inside. It seems like he is very excited to be able to perform again, after a long time. He felt interested. You can look forward to it. The Lord's performance is really excellent. Lasite was looking forward to it. I am really curious how it will be. Johann immediately waved. Then I will go prepare. See you later at the concert, okay? She nodded in agreement. Yes, Mr. Assistant. You have worked hard. Lasite was very excited. I am so looking forward to the concert. Suddenly Rodante's voice rang out. Oh my, what an honor to have you come to such a shabby place. He approached, sincerely welcome you to Rodante. Lasite felt confused. Isn't the Lord preparing for the festival? Rodante continued, Duke Simmel's husband. Hearing these words made Lasite turn her head. What, Simmel? She silently remembered. She is the first duchess in the empire's history. Simmel, the family that rules the wealthiest territory in the empire. She knew these things, and, also, Aloise's family. She looked at the boy before her, the main female character in the empire's brutal historical novel, Ladine. Orlan slowly spoke. Baron Felice, I said that today is not an official visit, so please do not make a fuss and quickly lead me to my seat. Rodante bowed to hear that. Yes, sorry sir, I will guide you to the quietest seat. Lasite's expression became worried. Oh my god. She hurriedly hid to one side. Why is the Simmel family here? She thought to herself, of course, even if the original work ends, my family can still exist, but then. Lasite sighed. Why do I suddenly have a bad feeling? She sat still in one place, feeling very bored. Right at this moment, Radnam stepped forward. Oh my, this young lady. He smiled and said, the festival is in full swing, but why are you in this place alone? His expression was strange. It will be very dangerous if you are alone in such a remote place like this. Seeing this, Lasite was stunned. She immediately stood up. Because I have a few things I need to think about alone for a moment. I am about to go back now. Lasite was also concerned. What about you? It is just as dangerous for adults to be alone. Radnam laughed and shook his head. It is okay. I feel very comfortable when I am alone. His eyes were a little strange. I do not like interacting with other people very much. Realizing that the eyes caught her attention, red eyes, this person must have also struggled a lot. Lassit smiled brightly. Those are just superstitions, so I do not believe them. She did not forget to explain, my friend also has red eyes, but he is very kind. Lassit continued to search in her bag. Oh, that is right. I have to contact him. Radnam guessed something. You must have come to the festival today with that friend. She looked up at him. Yes, that is right. Aren't you coming with your friends? He nodded. Anyway, I am only here to look at people. Lassit felt confused. Look at people. Radnam became very strange. There is nothing more interesting than looking at people, is not there? She was still young. People are things to look at, he suddenly spoke. Imagining it is also interesting, right? Think about it. Radnam's voice rang out. There is no one in this world who does not desire anything. He remembered Delmar, desiring to eat well, to be happy. Then Diana, to have power, or even to be safe. And finally Aurelio, sometimes having too much ambition will ruin yourself. Speaking to this point, Radnam laughed. How interesting it is to see humans gradually swallowed by their own ambitions. His face was scary. No matter how many times I watch it, I never get tired of it. This scene startled Lassit. She involuntarily backed away. This person, is not he an eccentric? Lassit spoke. So that is it. I hope you enjoy watching it. It is time for me to go. She was a little embarrassed. I wish you a happy rest of the festival. Lassit left. Then, please excuse me. Suddenly Radnam called out. Wait. He calmly announced, I will tell you something quite interesting to make up for you talking to me. He quickly approached. Be careful of those who glance at the audience seats. Something very interesting will happen. This scene made Lassit scared. She hurriedly shouted, Don't come near me. Radnam had disappeared from nowhere. Lassit searched around. Where did he go? She asked herself, that person, what kind of person is he? Inside the party, Radnam spoke. Thank you to all the distinguished guests who are present at today's event. He greeted everyone. Next, I will perform the song Spring of Rodante that I composed myself. Then Rodante sat down below the seat. Seeing this performance surprised everyone. The performance of Lord Baron is truly flawless. It is really a beautiful melody. Everyone discussed together. He is really very skilled. Lassit sighed. I still feel uncomfortable after experiencing what happened earlier. A whispering voice rang out, catching her attention. How? Are you satisfied with this performance? Alois happily nodded. Yes, father. It is wonderful to be here. Orleans continued to whisper. I feel very happy because you feel better, Alois. This familiar name caught Lassit's attention. She suddenly remembered, Alois. He is mentioning Alois, the main female character of the original work. Lassit immediately turned her face away. No, I did not see anything. Suddenly, she noticed something. Rodante and the man were still enthusiastically playing the instrument. The man's eyes were very cold. This made Lassit stand still. She hurriedly turned her face in another direction. We made eye contact. How embarrassing. Realizing something was wrong made Lassit surprised. Wait. She worriedly thought, that person. Lassit realized something. Why does he keep staring at the audience seats? She remembered Radnam. Could it be what that person said earlier? Lassit tried to reassure herself. Calm down. Maybe that person is just looking normally. There is no need to be so suspicious. She turned her face in another direction. If that person is really an assassin. She thought to herself, then there must be his target in here. Lassit suddenly felt confused. Could it be the Lord? If that is the case, then he has been targeting him for a long time. She continued to look towards Johann, or the assistant. He is not high-ranking enough for him to plot revenge. Lassit asked herself, or Franz, he is too strong for him to face directly. Right at this moment, she realized something was wrong. Lassit turned her head to look at Alois, a person who is present here, who has a high enough status to be assassinated. She continued to judge, has a weak power that can't resist, and is also hiding her identity. Suddenly at this moment, the man noticed. He suddenly stood up. Lassit's reaction was quick, as expected. It is her. She rushed towards Alois and shouted loudly, Move back, get out of the way. He coldly held the knife and said, Don't hinder me, get out of the way. This scene made her freeze immediately. Lucy continued to remind, "It is dangerous." On the other side, Aurelio called out, "Luce, can you hear me?" He felt regret. "Where are you now? If you can hear me, please answer me." "I am sorry, the conference ended too late." The thoughts in his head appeared. "This is the first time I have heard of this theory. They said they will give academic books. I have to get them all. Why is it always like this? When I come to my senses, time has passed so quickly." Suddenly a voice rang out, catching Aurelio's attention. "Oh my, is not that little girl dead?" Everyone discussed together. What is happening on the day of the festival? How can something like this happen in a peaceful Rodante? The words echoed in his ears. "That red-haired girl, is she okay?" Aurelio immediately froze. Red-haired girl. He realized the book was still falling on the ground. He hurriedly went forward. "Please let me through." Aurelio continuously called out, "Luce, where are you, Luce?" The sounds of crying made Aurelio freeze. He realized Alois was constantly muttering, "What should I do?" She immediately begged, "Please call a doctor right away." Seeing Lucette in danger made him freeze. She was still hugging Lucette. "We have to take her away right now." Aurelio approached and reminded, "Get out of the way." His expression was very cold. "Don't touch this person." This scene made Aurelio startled and pay attention. "I am sorry." She gently comforted, "Lev, please calm down. He did not do anything wrong." A bright smile appeared on her face. "I am okay, so do not blame him." Aurelio was very helpless, Luce. He took Lucette's hand. "I am sorry. I suddenly felt very scared. I was afraid that you were injured." She nodded understandingly. "I know. You must have been very scared, right?" She did not forget to say, "I am sorry for making you worry." Orleans quickly ran over. "Daughter." Alois hurriedly shouted, "Father." He put a coat on her. "There has been too much commotion. Let us leave here quickly before this gets worse." Aurelio could not take it anymore. "Hey." His expression was completely angry. "This is a dangerous situation that could kill someone. Do not you have anything to say before leaving?" This scene made Orleans freeze. He hurriedly bowed. "Sorry to you too. It is just that the situation is too urgent, so please sympathize with us. Later we will formally greet you." Lucette's condition was worse. "Lev, I am okay. The first thing we need to do is to resolve the situation, right?" Seeing her in danger made Aurelio not know what to do. He sighed and blamed himself. "Luce, why am I always late?" Aurelio turned his head. "I feel that I am always unable to protect you in the most important moments." Lucette hurriedly comforted. "What are you saying, Lev? This is just an accident. No one knew that something like this would happen." He was still constantly blaming. "Luce always appears in the moments when I need you the most." His voice was a little helpless. "But I can't protect you." Aurelio hugged Lucette. "I should have constantly watched over and protected you." She was still trying to speak. "Lev." She was not angry at him. "Just you saying that is enough to make me feel at ease." Lucette felt relieved. "If I was alone here, I would really feel very scared. I am so lucky that you are here." She suddenly suggested, "So, can I sleep for a while?" Aurelio was startled. "Sleep? What are you saying, Luce?" Seeing her close her eyes made him freeze. "Luce." Realizing something was wrong made Aurelio surprised. "Wait, since when has Luce's body been so pale?" He called out, "Luce, please wake up." His expression gradually changed. "This is." Red syrup had stained Aurelio's hand. He spoke in despair. "No." Only Aurelio's screams remained. "Wake up, Luce." Orleans helplessly said, "Sir, this time, the situation." Rodante quickly comforted. "It is okay. This is not your fault." He sighed and decided, "However, I never thought something like this could happen at the festival. I will definitely clarify the truth." Rodante begged, "Please give me some time." Orleans was silent for a short time. He sighed, "There is no need to do that. Please do not dig into this matter further. Baron Felice." This made Rodante very surprised. "Huh." He seemed a little helpless. "I said that this visit was unofficial." He silently calculated in his head. "Because the candidate for the position of the prince's consort has been officially banned from going out, I must prioritize protecting Alois first." Orleans looked up. "I hope there will be no more commotion here. I beg you, please keep quiet, and let everything pass." Rodante nodded to hear that. "I know. If Sir has decided like that, then I will not investigate this matter further. Thank you for understanding me." Suddenly, he turned his head. But, I still have a question. His expression was curious. Who is this girl? Rodante quickly answered. You are talking about Lasite. She is the girl that we are supporting. Orleans became silent for a short time. He silently remembered, and this girl saved Alois accurately. At that time, Lasite did not hesitate, and hugged Alois tightly. His face became sad. I need to keep an eye on this girl more. Rodante felt confused. Huh? What did you say, sir? Orleans immediately shook his head. It is nothing, do not worry about it. Please send me a letter when this girl wakes up. This surprised Rodante. Send a letter. What is wrong? Orleans explained. She is our benefactor, so I want to repay her. Well then, please take care of this girl in the future. Lasite's condition was still bad. Rodante worriedly looked towards her. This case is really difficult. He did not know what to do. For the benefit of the people in the territory, this case should also be concluded here. This is also the Duke's order, so I can't disobey. Aurelio's voice rang out. Lord Baron Felice, I am Lavina's. Can I come in for a moment? He nodded understandingly. All right, come in. Aurelio slowly stepped inside. He felt worried. Did Duke's husband just come here? How's the handling of the criminal going? Rodante felt very difficult. That. He recounted. Perhaps there will be no further investigation. Aurelio's expression changed. Huh. He remembered the scene earlier. Sir Lord, Luce almost died, and at this time you are stopping the investigation. Rodante hurriedly comforted. Please calm down. Is not Luce still safe and sound? The doctor also said that the wound is not deep. He quickly said, and it seems like the Duke's husband also has his own difficulties. Aurelio seemed to have understood. You mean the Duke stopped the investigation? He clenched his palm tightly. His face was painful. She risked her life to save them. Aurelio blamed himself, but everything can't be clarified. He sighed and bowed his head. Sir Lord, please excuse me, but could you please leave for a moment? Rodante nodded. I know. I will leave right away. He did not forget to add, I am sorry that I could not help anything. Lavinas, please take good care of Luce. Aurelio took the chair next to the hospital bed. He felt uncomfortable, the Duke's husband's own difficulties. No one knew what he was thinking. Aurelio thought to himself, he does not need to know what happens, as long as his daughter is safe and sound. He knew the woman earlier, Alois Simmel. He remembered, there are rumors spreading to the royal palace that the Simmel's husband and wife love this daughter very much. Aurelio sighed. It seems that it is to protect his daughter. I can't understand it. He was still speaking, no matter what, the culprit also. Lasite then called out, Lev. He hurriedly stood up. Luce, when did you wake up? Are you okay? She smiled. I just woke up. When did you come here? Lasite suddenly remembered. Sorry, you must have been very scared just now, right? He was very painful. What are you saying, Luce? Why are you apologizing to me? He approached. I am the one who could not do anything, even when you were injured like this. She laughed. What do you mean could not do anything? What are you saying? Lasite continued to explain. I already said, accidents are unavoidable. Her voice was a little hesitant. Hey, come to think of it, the brooch that you gave me, it seems like it was damaged during the incident. I am sorry. Aurelio shook his head. It is okay. Can you give it to me? I will fix it for you. He sadly recounted. I also have worse news than that. Lasite was surprised. Bad news. What is it? Aurelio explained. They said that they probably won't find the culprit, so they decided to stop the investigation. She continued to probe. Is that so? Then, what about that friend? He sighed and recounted. She is safe and sound, thanks to you. Her face became radiant. If that is the case, then that is great. Just saving her is enough. Just that, really. She smiled and said, now perhaps I can rest easy and sleep well. Then, I will rest a little longer. Please stay by my side a little longer, please. After speaking, Lasite fell into a deep sleep. Aurelio at this time also slowly stood up. He sighed silently and looked at the gemstone. All right. His voice rang out. If Luce is okay, then I will let this incident pass here. But then, Aurelio tightly grabbed this gemstone. His expression changed. I will not let something like this happen a second time. His eyes were very scary. I will not allow any mistakes or negligence to happen again. Aurelio thought, if what is needed to protect you is powerful strength. He blamed himself, then I am very willing to return to that position. Aurelio changed his expression. So, Luce, I will become your justice. He immediately decided, I will fix everything and protect you. Inside the royal palace, the emperor was very uncomfortable. You said the mission failed. The subordinate hurriedly explained, Your Majesty, that, there is a reason, there was clearly another assassin. He did not seem to care at all, too noisy. His expression was cold, just like the prophecy said. He glanced outside. The emperor's face showed a scary smile. The more I try to kill it, the stronger it will become. Chelsea worried, Luce, you are awake. How do you feel? Is your wound healing well? Lasite replied, Yes, it is healing very well, mother. She smiled, I feel much better than yesterday. She did not forget to comfort, it is not a very deep wound either. She sighed and blamed, What do you mean it is not? You are like putting a big nail into my chest. Lasite exclaimed, Ouch. Chelsea reminded, You must not be careless when you feel completely recovered. Do not even think about going out. She nodded, I know, I will focus on recovering my health. But she was still very worried. I was very scared because I thought something had happened to you. You must never do something like that again, understand? Lasite spoke, Mother. She remembered, since the accident happened, I have been resting at home according to everyone's advice. She seemed to understand. I feel very guilty because this incident has made everyone around me worry too much. Lasite was moved. I am sorry, Mother. I will definitely not do something like that again. Chelsea immediately reminded, Watch out. You will spill the soup, you little brat. She instructed, Eat quickly, before it gets cold. You have to eat well to recover quickly. Lasite nodded, Yes, Mother. Suddenly she was surprised. But, hey, Mother, there is still no news from Lev. She was confused, Lev. Since the day he took you home, I have not heard anything. Lasite blamed herself. Could it be that he is angry at me because I acted on my own and got hurt? Chelsea comforted, He is not that kind of person. She gently patted her head. I think he is just busy with something. Lasite was about to say something, but she remembered that she had not met Lev since that day. Her expression was sad. This is the first time we have been apart for so long. Chelsea seriously reminded, By the way, you should also practice being alone. Lasite thought to herself, Could it be that he is disappointed because I acted on my own? Her eyes widened. If he is angry at me then. Realizing something made Lasite pay attention, Lev. Chelsea reminded from behind, Luce, it is dangerous to run like that. She did not seem to care. Maybe Lev is there. Lasite immediately opened the door. Lev, are you? Johan stepped forward to greet. Hello, Lasite. Have you recovered? You sound like you have recovered a lot. She felt regretful. It is Assistant Johan. But she still smiled. Of course, I am very well. Why did you suddenly come here? He was a little embarrassed, the thing is. Then he announced, It is because the Simmel ducal family wants to thank you. Johan smiled and said, They heard that Lasite was injured, so they said they wanted to repay you for your kindness. Both people listened in stunned silence. They said they are very grateful to you, so you do not need to feel too burdened. They also said they want you to happily accept it. Johan quickly bowed and suggested, I wonder if I can take the gifts into the house for you. Lasite was silent for a moment. She quickly refused. No, please return the gifts to them for me. He felt regretful. Why? Don't you like this gift? She shook her head. No, that is not it. Lasite smiled. Anyone in that situation would have acted like that. Her expression was gentle. I just did something very obvious, right, Mother? Chelsea smiled and nodded. That is right, if that is what you want. She announced, Sir Assistant, I respect Lasite's opinion. At the same time, she explained, Please convey my daughter's wishes to the ducal family. Johan became stunned, even the lady. He was about to say something, You too, will it really be okay, with this amount of money then? She quickly shook her head. We said we are okay. Please convey our words, Mr. Assistant. This made Johan a little helpless. He sighed, I know, there is no other way. I will convey your wishes to the ducal family. Chelsea smiled gently. Thank you, Mr. Assistant. He prepared to leave this place. It is nothing, that is my job. Johan did not forget to instruct. Then, Lasite, we will meet again when you are well. Lasite sighed in relief. I am so glad that the gift was returned smoothly. She thought to herself, those gifts, there is too much to consider it a thank you gift. It is like they are trying to silence me. Suddenly Chelsea praised. You did a good job, Luce. She gently said, I do not know since when. My daughter has become so mature. Lucette laughed. What? You always say that. It is that you have to return with what you have received. This surprised her. Oh my, even so, you are very commendable. Lucette exclaimed. It is ticklish, mother. She thought to herself, all right, I should not care about external matters anymore, because all the things I want to protect. She returned to the house, are all here. The scene shifted to a spacious mansion. Simmel felt confused. That girl rejected our gift. Orleans nodded. That is right, madam. From what I heard, that girl seems to be a very open and righteous child. He smiled and said, that girl is really a rare child in this era. Her expression became strange. That is why I said, what kind of child is it that almost ruined my plan? Orleans was startled in surprise. Huh? What did you just say, madam? Suddenly she suggested, Orleans, can you help me send a letter to Rodante? Her face showed a scary smile. I want to see the face of the benefactor who saved our daughter. On the other side, Lucette complained, Mother, I am really okay now. Chelsea smiled and reminded, all right, there are not many customers today. Do not worry about the shop, and please rest. She happily explained, but now I am really healthy, Mother. My wound has healed, and my health is also better. Seeing her being so stubborn made her helpless. Suddenly she asked, then, when are you planning to meet Lev? Lucette was surprised. Why are you suddenly mentioning Lev? Chelsea seemed to have guessed. Isn't it that you really want to go meet him? During the long time you were sick, you were always looking forward to him, were not you? She is being gentle. Go see him, I give you permission to go. Lucette was touched. I am sure he misses me a lot too. But then her face flushed red. She ran outside. Then, I will go visit him and come back, okay Mom? Her mother nodded in agreement. All right, just do not be too late. Lucette happily nodded. Yes, Mom, I will go and come back safely. Chelsea immediately sighed. That girl, running out without even looking back at her mother. But immediately after, she fell silent. She felt uneasy. My daughter is hurt, but I have to keep everything quiet like this. She clenched her palm tightly. But it is best if I do not get involved with the nobility. She blamed herself. If I am just a little careless. Just then, Chelsea turned around. Luce, did you forget something? Suddenly, Friedrich appeared there. Long time no see, Miss Chelsea. How have you been? Seeing him made Chelsea incredibly disbelieving. A smug smile spread across his face. She was incredibly disbelieving. Friedrich, how did you get here? He smiled and chatted. How have you been lately? I sent a letter, but did not get a reply. He extended his hand. Our relationship is not just a simple exchange of greetings, is it? Now, you can give me a proper answer. Friedrich was very dismissive. A lowly maid doing chores. Chelsea uncomfortably reminded him. You should only say what you want to say. He smiled and spoke up. What I want to say, I only have one thing to say. My niece, where is she? She scoffed. Your niece, how ridiculous. Why are you looking for my daughter now? He did not seem to care. Don't get angry now. If I am looking for her, of course it is to help her. Friedrich continued to look around the place. After all, she is the daughter of my own brother. To be honest, it must be hard for her living here. He sighed. There is no way she could live well in a house with a low-class maid as a mother. Friedrich's expression was smug. Is opening a failing grocery store in a house with a leaky roof a good choice for her to live on? Chelsea would not budge. If you are just here to say these nonsense words, then get out of here. She sighed. I know you are not the type of person who would easily give up without any reason. But she did not want to be outdone. You won't be able to lay a finger on my daughter, not even a single one. Seeing this situation, Friedrich had to laugh. You are too sensitive. I am just worried about my niece, but I am being treated so coldly. He turned to leave. All right, that is enough for today. I will leave now. However, he did not let it go. But, next time, I definitely want to meet my niece. Finally, Friedrich completely disappeared from the place. Chelsea slowly collapsed to the ground. Oh my God. She felt incredibly helpless. Menelik's people are looking for Luce. Chelsea thought to herself. I have to hide Luce. She is my only daughter. She made a decision. I absolutely will not hand her over to those people. Lucette went to the door of Aurelio's house. Lev, it is me, open the door. She felt regretful. Is he not home? I have knocked 10 times already. Her expression was sad. Could it be that he does not want to see me? He did not even visit me when I was sick. Lucette immediately started crying. Lev, it is me. Open the door for me. But the house remained silent as if nothing had happened. She quickly decided. Hey, we have to meet in person to talk things out. Lucette immediately opened the door. Sorry, Lev, but I am coming in. She immediately searched around. As expected, he was not on the first floor. She thought to herself. Well, I kind of guessed that already. It was not there, an empty place where Lev would definitely be. Lucette went to the stairs. It can only be here. She hesitated. Lev does not seem to like me going up here, but then she still stepped up. If that is the case, then he should come down quickly. The scene before her made Lucette freeze. She hurriedly ran over. Lev, are you in there? Just then, Delmar hugged her tightly. Brother. Lucette still did not understand what was happening. He continued to talk. My brother, where is he? Lucette was bewildered. This boy, who is he? Then she understood. Brother, the person you call brother, is it Lev? Delmar nodded in confirmation. Yes. Do you know where he is right now? She smiled brightly. Lucette was very curious. I did not expect Lev to have a younger brother. I did not know at all. I think I have met this boy somewhere before. She thought to herself. He does not look like Lev at all. Then Lucette said, Actually, I do not know where your brother is right now either. I am waiting for him too. Delmar was regretful. My brother is not here. She shook her head. It is not like that. If we wait here, he will probably show up. At the same time, she stood up. Let us go downstairs together and wait for him. I also have something I am curious about that I want to ask you. Delmar said, something curious. He looked at her blankly. You want to ask me? Lucette silently recalled. Even when he is with me, he almost always just listens. She was happy. But he did not even tell me he has a younger brother. I can't stand this. Then Lucette asked, Do you like Lev? Delmar was surprised. You mean my brother? She continued to talk. You came here on purpose to meet him, did not you? After thinking about it, Delmar nodded. Yes, my brother is a very gentle person. He quickly recounted. Before, he would often read books to me until I fell asleep. So even now, I still really like the books that my brother read to me. His voice was a little regretful. Actually, I came here today to see him because I have not been able to sleep lately. Lucette laughed. So that is why. She thought to herself. This little brother seems to like Lev a lot. Her expression was hesitant. It is a pity that he can't sleep. Just then, Lucette remembered something. She immediately rummaged through her bag. Hey, although I can't read books to you like Lev. Then she pulled out a candy. But here, try this. Delmar was confused. What is that? Lucette smiled and explained. This is a type of herbal candy that will help you sleep better. I made it from herbs that have sedative properties. Delmar slowly took it. Medicine, is this dangerous? She shook her head. Not at all dangerous. Her face was radiant. Trust me and try it. I guarantee it will work. This smile made Delmar freeze. He quickly put it in his mouth. I understand. I will try it. His expression completely changed. Delmar was blank. I do not feel sleepy at all. Lucette smiled and explained. Of course. You just ate it. Now lie down here first and close your eyes. You will feel sleepy soon. He quickly lay down. Lie down, like this. His eyes hesitated. Even if I fall asleep, you can't go anywhere, okay? Lucette smiled and nodded. Okay, I won't go anywhere. Go to sleep quickly. She thought to herself. So cute. Children are still children after all. Some time passed in this place. Lucette looked towards Delmar. He is already asleep. He must be very tired. She smiled gently. Why did Lev hide such a cute younger brother? When he comes down, I have to ask him properly. Just then, she also felt sleepy. Lucette said to herself, "It has been a long time since I woke up, so I am a little tired. It seems I have not fully recovered yet." She immediately hugged the pillow. "I am afraid I have to doze off until Lev comes." Some time passed again. A strange light emitted from the stairs. Aurelio was very happy. Good, it is finally successful. He looked at the object on the table. A magical brooch with tracking and recording functions. With this, I can protect Luce more safely. Just then, Radnum quickly appeared. "You look quite gloomy, Your Highness Aurelio." He hurriedly turned around. "Radnum, how long have you been watching me?" He smiled. "Don't be so rude. I just arrived." He continued. "Long time no see. Was the festival interesting?" Aurelio sighed helplessly. "No, it was terrible." Realizing something was wrong made him startled. He hurriedly turned around. "The person you said knows my face, is it the daughter of the Simmel family?" He laughed in surprise. "Why would you think that?" He continued. "She even appeared in disguise. I do not know if the royal palace ordered that young lady to keep an eye on me, but it seems she did not recognize me." Radnum smiled. Even if the Duke Simmel family is in the hands of His Majesty, they would not go that far. He continued. "The reason she disguised herself is because of her status. Aren't the candidates for the position of Crown Princess under house arrest?" This made Aurelio freeze. Candidates for the position of Crown Princess. Radnum said, "This is a secret, but it does not matter if I tell you, Your Highness." He quickly approached. "Recently, Her Majesty the Queen has been very busy looking for a wife for Prince Delmar." Aurelio did not understand. "What are you talking about? Are you saying she is planning to put Delmar on the throne?" He shook his head. "Not exactly. I do not know what the Queen's real intentions are, either." He thought to himself. Is the situation in the royal palace unstable? He pondered. If something happened to the Emperor, it would be a good opportunity for me. He knew he would have to face Delmar. Just then, Radnum spoke. "Then, let us get to the main issue." He was confused. "The main issue," he repeated. "You have not forgotten the reason I came here, have you?" Aurelio clenched his palm. "Damn it, I forgot for a moment." He continued to reach out his hand. "My job is to check if the goodwill the prince sent you here has corrupted you. Now, give me your hand." His voice was calm. "I will illuminate your inner self." Aurelio was worried. Am I supposed to just let him read everything? He did not know what to do. What do I do if this continues? He thought to himself. Radnum will read my thoughts. A sound from below caught their attention. Aurelio hurriedly retracted his hand. What is that sound? Radnum suggested. Please go down and check it out. Aurelio was surprised. Is it okay? He nodded. Yes, I think what I heard directly today is enough to report. Besides, just looking into your eyes is enough for me to understand your thoughts. His voice was calm. And, what should I report about someone who has been in their room for a week? He found it hard to believe. What, has it been a week? He hurriedly ran outside. Has it been a week since that day? Aurelio was worried. How has time passed so quickly? He blamed himself. I have not visited Luce even once in the past week. Aurelio decided. That is no good. I have to go see him now. Delmar called out. Brother. He was surprised. Delmar, how did you? He explained. It is because I wanted to ask about your health. Since you had a guest, we were together. Aurelio's expression changed. Together with my guest, could it be? Lucette was still hugging the pillow and sleeping on the side. He became worried. He met Luce. Aurelio's expression changed. Why did you come here again? His voice was somewhat frightening. Clearly. He coldly turned around. I told you not to appear before me again. Inside the royal palace, Diana was furious. What are you saying? She questioned. Delmar disappeared. The servants cried and pleaded. Please forgive us, Your Majesty the Queen. It happened so suddenly in the blink of an eye. But she was still very angry. Are you making excuses to me now? What do you think your job is? Immediately afterwards, Diana immediately pulled out a cloak. She coldly ordered, "Follow me. We have to find the prince quickly." She thought to herself, "I do not know what His Majesty will say if he finds out about this. If I keep bothering him with useless things, it will be very difficult." Diana wondered, "Where did you go, you little brat?" Realizing something caught her attention. That is right, if it is him. She quickly approached. "Radnam, come here for a moment. Del Mar has disappeared. Help me find him." Radnam was surprised. Prince Delmar. His expression was cold. He disappeared from the palace. He quickly remembered Aurelio's familiar house. Could it be? Seeing this, Diana asked, "What is wrong? Do you know where my son is?" He smiled and continued to speak. "I am not so sure, but..." His voice was very calm. "I guess he would be in a place." Radnam coldly announced, "I am not sure if His Highness is safe." On the other side, Aurelio questioned, "Answer me. Why did not you listen to my warning?" He transformed into another person. "I told you not to come here again." His expression completely changed. Why do you keep coming here, without paying attention to my warnings?" This made Delmar very embarrassed. He blamed himself. I am sorry, brother. Next time, I will listen to what you say." At the same time, he recounted, "It has been a long time since I could sleep, so I remembered the time I spent with you." Delmar was very pitiful. "I thought that only by meeting you would my mood be less stifled." Then, the door opened. The scene before him caught his attention. "I secretly borrowed Radnam's magic circle." His eyes widened. "I know you won't like it, but even so, I still wanted to see you." Delmar immediately pleaded, "Brother, the palace is really empty without you. Can you come back with me? Let us go ask father together, okay?" He did not forget to add, "There is no reason for you to stay here." Aurelio felt helpless. He is still the same. He reached out his hand. "He still does not understand a single word I say." He blankly called out, "Brother." He thought to himself, "But the truth is that the Emperor's purpose is not clear at all. If my head falls off soon, it would not be surprising." He asked himself, "Why did he abandon me here?" Delmar asked. Could it be because of her? He immediately froze. "What?" He smiled and chatted. "Could it be because of her that you are attached to this place? It seems like I met her once before." Delmar was about to say something more. "If you are afraid of going back alone, then go with her." Aurelio's expression was even worse. "No," he instructed. "Don't say anything about her. You did not meet anyone here." He was blank. "Yes." He looked at Aurelio sleeping soundly. The story about Luce can't be spread to the royal palace. There might be danger to him again. He decided, "I have to quickly take him back before it is too late." Delmar immediately cried out, "Brother, it hurts." Just then, it was Diana's familiar voice. "Delmar." Seeing her appear made him freeze. He immediately became blank. Delmar hurriedly called out, "Mother." Diana continued to order, "What are you planning to do with my son? Let go of him immediately." Her voice was very angry. "Aurelio." Diana slowly asked, "What are you planning to do with my son?" She said as if giving an order. "Let go of him immediately, Aurelio." His expression was uncomfortable. "Did you call him here?" Aurelio immediately explained. "Please do not misunderstand, Your Majesty the Queen. As I said before, the prince came to me on his own." He said seriously, "I swear I did not do anything." Delmar also nodded worriedly. "That is right, Your Majesty the Queen." "Brother, no, Aurelio did not do anything wrong." He sighed. "This time, it was my idea. I came here just to lighten my mood." "I am sorry, Mother." Diana suddenly calmed down. "Your idea." Aurelio's expression suddenly became silent. Finally, he spoke. "As expected, a prince is a prince. I can't believe he can wander around outside the palace like this, without saying a word." Perhaps he was very uncomfortable. Wouldn't it be very unfair to the candidate for the position of crown princess who is under restriction? Delmar still did not understand. Candidate for crown princess? What are you talking about, brother? Diana was blank. Lovenas, how did you know? He looked towards her. Please explain it to me, mother. It is the first time I have heard about this. Aurelio continued to repeat. Stories about the royal family are usually spread everywhere. Unfortunately, it was kept secret from the protagonist. He felt confused. Why are you in a hurry to marry off your son when he is still so young? Aurelio speculated. Could it be that something has happened in the royal palace? She recalled the scene when she met Radnam. Not at all. Then she was silent for a short time. Diana announced. There is no such thing. The royal palace is still very peaceful as always. She comforted. His Majesty is still very healthy. This is entirely my decision. Delmar hurriedly spoke. I do not agree, mother. He was very uncomfortable. What marriage? This is the first time I have heard about this. Why did not you discuss it with me but made the decision on your own? She immediately shouted. You be quiet, Delmar. Her angry face said. Do you know how much this mother has to struggle to protect you? Everything I do is for your benefit, so stay there for me. This made Aurelio also pay attention. Interesting. He sighed and said. The royal family does not care about a prince like me, who is imprisoned, and also does not make an official announcement about marrying a crown princess. Diana coldly judged. Your words and actions have been very impolite from now until now, Aurelio. What are you planning to talk about after all? Aurelio continued to announce. I think it is time for me to slowly end this. She did not understand. Time to end. His expression turned cold. It is the matter of you monitoring me. I will return the prince to you, so I hope you won't come here again in the future. Diana froze for only a few seconds. You mean? Her expression changed. You are planning to resist the orders of the royal family by taking my son hostage. Aurelio slowly chatted. I guess Her Majesty the Queen also knows how reckless Delmar's visit this time was. That would also be a choice I could make to protect myself. He looked at the woman in front. From now on, the prince, the princess, and all the close relatives of the royal family. Aurelio was very calm. I do not allow any of them to come to this place. His voice was firm. Don't ever think about setting foot here again. He thought to himself. I have always thought this was strange. Aurelio seemed to have understood. Why the emperor did not kill me. He had so many opportunities. He silently calculated. Perhaps it is not that he does not want to kill me. The words appeared in his head. But because he can't kill me. Diana seemed to have understood. That is all you wanted to say. Aurelio continued to instruct. If His Majesty wants to find me, please summon me at any time. He did not forget to announce. At that time, I will be happy to meet His Majesty's face. His expression was very calm. Today will be the last time I meet you here. Aurelio thought to himself. I will definitely find out the truth. Some time later, Aurelio called out. Luce, wake up. Luce. Lucite slowly opened her eyes. He asked. Did you wait long for me? She was startled and surprised. Lev, when did you come? I am sorry, I was waiting for you, but I fell asleep. Her expression was worried. It seems like I slept for a long time. I am sorry. He smiled. It is okay. She was a little embarrassed. But? Lucite asked. Hey, is your younger brother home safely? Aurelio was surprised. Younger brother. She hurriedly described. I mean the blonde boy. Didn't you meet him? He was looking for you all the time. This made him freeze for a moment. He immediately turned his face away. He is just my cousin. He is back. He probably won't come back. Lucite understood. I see. She continued to talk. It seems like he likes you a lot. I have never heard you talk about your family, so I felt it was very new. Seeing him silent made Lucite surprised. She called out. Hey, Lev, do you have any secrets? He did not understand. Secrets? Lucite explained. That is just because it has been a long time since I have seen you. It is the first time we have not seen each other for so long. She sadly recounted. I wondered if you were angry at me because I acted on my own and got hurt, but when I went to your house, no one was there. The boy I met here for the first time said he was your relative. Her expression gradually became despondent. We have been together for so long, but I suddenly realized that there are still so many things I do not know about you. Lucite's gaze turned to the ground. Suddenly, I felt very distant from you, so my mood was a little unusual. Suddenly she asked, "We're still friends, right?" She continued, "We do not have different thoughts, do we?" Aurelio quickly suggested, "Give me your hand." She was surprised. My hand. He placed something in her hand. The brooch that was broken last time. I fixed it for you. I was also very sad that I could not hear your voice all this time. His voice was firm. "Luce, I will never leave you." Lucite was surprised. "Lev." Seeing her hug him made Aurelio worried. "Luce." She smiled and recounted, "Really, I was worrying uselessly. Please forgive me this time." He nodded in comfort. "Yeah, sorry for making you worry." Aurelio thought to himself. "Luce, that brooch can help me hear the sounds around you." He continued to calculate. "Along with your location information when your heart beats fast, I won't repeat the same mistake twice." His hand gently stroked Lucite's hair. "Let us be together forever." His voice was somewhat frightening. "I won't let you slip away again." Time passed after that day, and we returned to our ordinary lives. Lucite gradually became happy. Lev does not make me wait anymore either. The two of them constantly chatted. We still talk a lot like before. Lucite suddenly spoke up. "Living in peace is good, but..." She smiled and said to herself, "I feel like I have been snacking too much lately. On the contrary, if I keep indulging like this, I will be in trouble." But her mood was still very happy. "I really need to restrain myself." "Who told Lev to make such delicious cookies?" Johan called out. "Lucite." He was curious. "Why are you looking in the mirror?" She was surprised and turned to look at him. "Assistant Johan." Lucite approached. "How have you been, Your Excellency?" He nodded in confirmation. "Of course I am fine. The castle is too quiet. It makes me so lonely." She was a little sad. "I am sorry, I have been absent for too long, have not I?" Johan smiled and shook his head. "There is no other way. You have been in a lot of pain lately, have not you?" He held out a letter. "By the way, I have something I want to give you. I happened to run into you, so here, take this." Lucite took it and was surprised. This is an invitation that the Simmel family sent me." She felt confused. "An invitation?" She continued to talk. "I already refused their gifts. Why would they still send me an invitation?" Johan smiled and said, "Isn't that why they sent it?" His voice was calm. "It seems like they definitely want to send you their thanks. They said you can bring as many people as you like." Lucite was bewildered. To that extent, she felt worried. "This is too difficult. I already refused them last time. I do not know if my mother will allow it." He thought. "If it is Luce's mother." Then he gently announced, "It will probably be okay." Johan continued to recount everything. "Actually, I stopped by the grocery store earlier and met your mother. She said she would listen to your opinion." Lucite's eyes immediately widened. "No way." Suddenly, she remembered Chelsea's instructions. "All right, go ahead." Lucite could not even believe her ears. She blankly asked again. "Really?" She spoke gently. "I heard you even received an invitation. Perhaps it would be better if you met them directly once." Lucite smiled. "I thought you would not let me go." She sighed. "Why would not I let you?" Chelsea stroked Lucite's head. "I saw you speaking very decisively before. Just go. When are you planning to leave?" At the same time, she chatted. "They said they would come pick you up the day after tomorrow." "Good, I will help you pack your luggage." Just then, Dahlia spoke up. "Chelsea, do you really think that is the best choice? Are you planning not to say anything to Luce?" She was a little regretful. "At least you have to explain it properly to her." Chelsea said gently, "Dahlia." But her expression had completely changed. "That matter is over." Dahlia was still surprised. "You are really planning?" She continued to instruct. "All right, Luce, I will go out for a bit, and then come back to the store. Also, if you want a companion, that is fine. Try asking Lev. Lucite nodded. Yes, I will. Dahlia hurriedly chased after her. Wait, Chelsea, let us talk for a bit. There will definitely be another way. She did not understand. What is it? She continued to persuade. Don't act so recklessly anymore. Lucite felt confused. Is it really okay for me to go? Seeing Lucite's eye, Aurelio was surprised. Luce, what is wrong with you? He approached. What is wrong? She shook her head. It is nothing. She recounted. Actually, Dahlia and Mom had a little argument earlier. It seems like it is because of me, so I am a little troubled. Aurelio was surprised. Why is it because of you? What is wrong? Lucite sighed. The thing is. She spoke. I was invited to the Duke Simmel's house. This made him freeze. What? He continued to ask. Could it be because of the science conference? Lucite nodded and speculated. It seems like it. Before, the Duke sent gold and precious stones to my house. I refused, but this time they sent me an invitation. She looked up at him. To be honest, I have thought a lot because I feel a little pressured. Mom told me to just go, but I think Annie does not want me to. Her expression turned sad. I do not know why the two of them are arguing about this matter. It is too difficult. He thought to himself. The Duke stopped the investigation, so now he is trying to compensate Luce in this way. Aurelio realized. For the nobles, commoners are nothing. He did not know what to do. However, there is no need to show goodwill twice, even inviting her to their house. He understood that there must be some kind of purpose. Lucite called out. Lev. She looked at Aurelio. Didn't you hear what I said? He shook his head. Sorry, what did you say? She smiled and continued to suggest. I invited you to the Duke's house with me. I think if I go with you, I will feel more comfortable. Aurelio quickly replied. If it is about that, it is not difficult at all. This made her happy. Really, I was afraid that you would feel pressured. He continued. Because it is not someone else's business, but your own. His hand gently placed on Lucite's shoulder. Aurelio gently comforted. So this time, I will definitely always be by your side. She happily nodded. Yeah, thank you, Lev. He thought to himself. Luce, I will absolutely not let you be in danger again. Afterwards, Aurelio worried. Are you sure you do not need me to take you home? Lucite shook her head. It is okay, I can go home alone. She waved goodbye. Then, Lev, see you the day after tomorrow. Goodbye. Aurelio immediately closed the door. Duke Simmel. He quickly recognized that it was a loyal family that still survived the Emperor's Great Purge. He thought to himself. The reason why the Simmel family still survived under the Emperor, who was willing to mercilessly purge any noble who dared to threaten his position even a little. He guessed something. It is not just because of loyalty. Clearly, Simmel was not a simple person. They knew what decisions they had to make to survive and maintain their status. Thinking about this made Aurelio's head hurt. He seemed to have understood. There is no way such a wise duke. He continued to think. Would summon Luce for no reason. Aurelio's voice was somewhat uncomfortable. Although I do not know what they are plotting. He warned. But I will definitely not let them touch Luce, not even a single hair. A knock sounded from outside. Aurelio opened the door and stepped out. Luce, did you forget something? Suddenly, Chelsea appeared at that moment. I am sorry for coming here so late to look for you, but I think I need to come inside for a moment. Her expression was calm. I know you are not the person who belongs here. She continued to announce. I want to hear the details. Chelsea guessed something. About your identity. Inside the room, Aurelio asked. My identity, what do you mean? Chelsea continued. Lavina's you. It seemed like she had guessed everything. Originally, you are someone who should not be here, right? She continued to remind. You do not have to hide it. No matter how I look at it, you resemble someone in a noble family. Chelsea's words made Aurelio freeze. Although I do not know what happened to you, but it seems like you are hiding your identity and only trust me, right? He regained his composure. Why are you telling me those things? She sighed and recounted. If you are a child of the nobility, then you probably know the ranks in the genealogy belonging to the 5th class, right? Have you ever heard of the name Lawrence Menelik? He had a little memory. You mean the head of the Menelik family who died of illness? Chelsea was sad. That is right, he died in this town. Aurelio seemed to understand. Wait a moment, does that mean? She nodded in confirmation. That is right, Luce is the child with the blood of the Menelik family. Then she recounted the story. But the Menelik suspected Lawrence. They feared that one day the young master would return and covet the power. Unpleasant things happened, so before they left the family, they had a plan ready. At that time, Chelsea was very distressed. Lawrence, her pitiful husband with a chronic illness, passed away as soon as he arrived in this village. She felt resentment. Her husband was a victim of the family's greed. Her voice rang out. Those people are now coveting her daughter. She will never let those bastards do what they want. Chelsea took Aurelio's hand. But she alone is not strong enough, so she asks you. She seemed to be pleading. Protect Luce with your power and your family's power. Her voice rang out in despair. Whether it is marriage or making her a servant, or anything else. Aurelio thought to himself. She does not know I am a member of the royal family. He suddenly withdrew his hand. I am sorry, madam. His expression was helpless. Although I can't tell you my exact identity, but this identity of mine is just a facade. I am sorry I can't help you. Seeing Aurelio refuse made Chelsea not know what to do. She sighed tiredly. So, you also have your own reasons. Then there is only one way left. Then she adjusted her clothes. It is nothing, then I will take my leave here. Before leaving, she did not forget to add. Don't worry too much, I won't tell anyone about your identity. Chelsea gently turned her head. Lavina's. Her face was as gentle as before. Please stay by Luce's side and help me in the future. You probably won't refuse me even this, right? Aurelio nodded in agreement. Yes, of course. He thought to himself. What is it? Why do I have a bad feeling? The scene shifted to a large mansion. The carriage finally arrived. The servants quickly lined up. Welcome, Miss Lecite. You must be tired from the long journey. Lecite was very surprised. It is so big. This is the Duke's castle. The servant continued to suggest. I will help you prepare for dinner, Miss Lecite. Please come this way. She did not understand. Prepare, she quickly explained. Yes, the Duke has ordered us to take good care of you. Now, please come with me. She hurriedly shook her head. No, I am fine. Please wait a moment. Franz laughed on the side. They are very welcoming. Go and come back, Lecite. Realizing that Aurelio had a bad expression caught his attention. He asked, Lavina's, why does your expression look so grim? Did I hinder your date? I only followed because the Lord ordered me to. Aurelio hurriedly shook his head. No, I am very grateful to you for protecting us. He sighed. It is just that, I am a little concerned. His expression was very calm. Or, is it because someone recognized you? He felt uncomfortable. What are you talking about? Franz continued. Isn't that so? Although I do not know who you are, but coming to a place like this, it would not be strange if someone recognized you. He coldly remarked. I know you are not an ordinary boy. I realized it when I was fencing with you. Aurelio became silent. Perhaps I have stayed in this village for too long. He continued to watch him. By the way, since I have said it, let me ask you. Tell me the truth, Lavinas, who are you after all? Aurelio slowly walked away. Don't worry about it. Franz constantly suggested. Hey, tell me. I will keep it a secret. What is wrong? He sighed. Please stop, Sir Franz. He suddenly let out a breath. Just how big of a secret are you hiding? The scene shifted to inside the palace. Lecite called out. Hey, Louis. The servant quickly waited. Yes, Miss Lecite. She was somewhat worried. This dress. She constantly praised. What are you saying? It is so beautiful. Lecite was embarrassed. Really, it is the first time I have worn such a low-cut dress. She quickly approached. Then, Is there anything I need to be aware of, for example, etiquette that needs to be followed? Louis laughed. Just relax. She smiled and chatted. His Grace the Duke is not the kind of person who would say anything to his benefactor. However, you should be careful and pay attention to the Duchess a little. Her voice was calm. She is not the type of person who reveals her true intentions through words. Lucite nodded. I see. She seemed to understand. That means the Duchess will also come to dinner, right? Louis nodded in agreement. That is right. Although she had a prior appointment, she said that she would come even if it was late. She smiled and continued to chat. Because she has a lot of affection for Miss Lucite. Lucite thought to herself. If I had known this, I would have just accepted their gifts. What do I have to do to receive the favor of a noble family? She felt tired. I feel very uncomfortable when they put so much effort into a guest like me. It is difficult. Aurelio stepped forward and called out. Luce. Lucite's expression became blank. How strange. It is still the appearance I see every day. She felt strange. Why do I feel different today? The two of them locked eyes. He is just like a prince in a fairy tale. Lucite suddenly asked. Did you take off your glasses? The butler happily appeared. He was going to wear them, but I stopped him and said it was not polite. Aurelio was surprised. Does it look strange? Lucite hurriedly shook her head. No, not at all. It suits you very well. It is just that you look a little different. He gently placed his hand on his chest. Because I usually do not see you like this, but you like me looking like this, right? He continued to add. Although it is a little unfamiliar, but as long as you like it, that is fine. Lucite became silent. I want to shout to the whole world that. She screamed wildly in her heart. Everyone, my childhood friend is so handsome. She said to herself. No, if he becomes too famous, I am afraid there will be trouble. Aurelio called out. Luce. He reached out his hand to her. It is almost time for dinner to start. Let us go. His expression was gentle. I will escort you there. Lucite felt touched. Even escorting me, Lev is so considerate. She walked and chatted. By the way, the Duke said she would come a little late because she had a prior appointment. It seems like she definitely has to meet me. He nodded in understanding. I know. You do not need to be too nervous. If something unpleasant happens, I will help you. She breathed a sigh of relief. Then I do not need to worry anymore. Aurelio was surprised. You are really okay, yeah? Lucite smiled and took out the letter. I have also prepared something. Some time passed in this place. Delicious dishes were prepared on the table. Orleans smiled and chatted. Thank you for coming here, Lucite. You must be tired from the journey. Please sit down comfortably. Lucite shook her head and explained. Not at all. I have to thank you for inviting us here, but the young lady next to you is. She thought to herself. She really is Alois. I can't deceive myself anymore. Alois slowly raised her head and looked towards Aurelio. Then she slowly spoke. Hey, I am talking to you. Her expression was curious. I wonder if we have ever met before. Orleans turned his head and explained. Don't you remember, Alois? He is the young man who was with Miss Lucite last time. She hurriedly shook her head. That is not what I meant. It seems like I have met him somewhere before. Just then, Aurelio calmly spoke. No, we have never met before. I have only lived in Sinan village all this time. Perhaps you have mistaken me for someone else. She nodded in surprise. Is that so? I am sorry if I made you misunderstand. It is just that I had a familiar feeling, so that is why. The space became silent again. Orleans hurriedly chatted. It seems like there was some misunderstanding between us. Everyone must be hungry, right? Let us start eating. Lucite nodded. Yes, okay. She glanced towards Aurelio there. She thought to herself. Lev, is not he happy about what happened last time? He is not usually someone who hates others like that. She felt surprised. It seems like he is guarding against something. Some time passed again in this place. Suddenly, Orleans asked. But, Miss Lucite. He was very curious. It has been a long time since I have met you, so I have something I want to ask. Why did you refuse our gift? Lucite was startled. That matter. She continued to recount. I already explained it to you about that matter. I am just doing what I should do. I do not want anything special at all. Really? He laughed, as expected. I believed you from the beginning. Lucite became awkward. Thank you. Suddenly, she was surprised. But why did that stranger target the princess? She even disguised herself. Alois spoke up. I am very curious about that. Just then, Simmel appeared. You are very perceptive, Miss Lucite. She smiled and chatted. As expected of the lifesaver of my daughter, everyone pay attention, Duke Simmel. She continued to speak. I am sorry for coming late. You do not need to stand up. Simmel calmly sat down in her chair. You probably have a lot you want to ask, right? Then ask one question at a time. Whether it is related to that case, or anything else. Lucite thought to herself. She is friendlier than I thought. She slowly spoke. Then, her voice was full of innocent naivety. I am wondering why Alois, no. The princess was dressed like a young man there, and why did you stop the investigation about that stranger? She felt confused. If it were me, I would definitely find the culprit until the end. Simmel calmly responded. A very good question. Actually, this case is being investigated secretly. Lucite was very surprised. Really, I thought you stopped the investigation. Her voice was somewhat calm. Of course. It is a matter related to my daughter's life. But when investigating, I found a suspicious point. She was confused. A suspicious point. She continued. Why did Miss Lucite save Alois? Simmel quickly spoke out her doubts. No matter how I think about it, I find it very strange. How could a small and weak girl like Miss Lucite grasp the movements of that stranger, and be one step faster than the attacker? She continued to analyze. As the mother of the child, I have to consider many possibilities. It is possible that Miss Lucite, her expression was very calm, had already recognized my daughter and intentionally caused the incident. This made Lucite freeze. This is so absurd. Me, in the same group as that stranger. She looked at the other two people. Alois and her husband are also very shocked. They probably think this is completely absurd. She felt bewildered. Why is she being so intentionally outrageous? Aurelio uncomfortably spoke. Your Grace, please be careful with your words. Luce, she was just bravely saving people and has nothing to do with the case. Simmel smiled and explained. Let us see. We still do not know the truth, so we can't draw any conclusions yet. Therefore, please cooperate with the investigation. She continued to speak. It seems we need to learn more details about the two of you. But Aurelio's expression had now become very uncomfortable. He quickly refused. There is no need. That is enough. At the same time, he moved towards Lucite. I did not expect the Duke Simmel family to have such a terrible way of treating guests. This action made everyone present freeze. Alois realized something was wrong. Wait. She hurriedly reminded. Her hand. Franz was surprised and stood up. Luce, what is wrong with your hand? Did you eat something wrong? Lucite smiled and explained. It is okay. It is probably because I am allergic to something among the dishes here. Just resting for a while will be fine. Aurelio gently comforted. Let us go, Luce. We do not need to stay here any longer. He continued to look at the terrifying woman. I am sorry, Your Grace Duke Simmel, you also see Luce's condition. I am afraid it is difficult for us to stay and chat any longer. I hope you will allow us to be impolite like this. His eyes were very uncomfortable. Surely we are qualified to be treated like guests, right? With that said, the three of them quickly left the place. Simmel coldly looked at the three people. Aurelio was still worried. Is it really okay with just this? He sat down to examine the wound. I told them that only the medicine you brought was needed, and I refused the doctor. Lucite nodded. Yeah, I am fine. She smiled sadly. Sorry, it is all because of me that you were embarrassed. You were very surprised just now, right? Her voice was somewhat flustered. By the way, how long are you planning to kneel? I am really fine. Please stand up quickly. Aurelio sighed. I am really angry. He felt angry. There is a limit to how rude she can be. Calling other people here and doing things like this. She was about to say something more. Wait, it seems like you misunderstood something, Lev. Lucide explained. It is true that the Duke was impolite to us, but the truth is. The next words made Aurelio freeze. You intentionally made yourself allergic. Lucide cheerfully joked. Yeah, before dinner, I secretly applied oak moss extract on my hand. She continued to recount. I already said that I had my own preparations. I brought this extract and sleeping pills. At the same time, she winked. Fortunately, the rash happened at the right time, according to plan. Aurelio breathed a sigh of relief. Is that so? Lucide felt embarrassed. Sorry, I should have told you sooner. He became pensive. Luce. Then he called out. Weren't you planning to use me? Her face became confused. Use you. He continued to caress her hand. Whether it is intentional or whatever, just seeing you get hurt makes my heart ache. Lucide suddenly felt sad. Lev. She thought to herself. If the meeting with the Duke ended at this level, on the contrary, I thought it was a very easy thing. She continued to look towards him. But I made Lev's heart ache. Aurelio suddenly spoke. Luce, I still have 2 wishes, do not I? Lucide nodded in confirmation. Yeah. He slowly raised his head. My second wish is. His warm voice rang out in her ear. Not to want Luce to hurt herself again. Lucide felt a little embarrassed. I am sorry. I thought it was something I caused, so I had to solve it. She then asked. Are you sad that I did not discuss that matter with you beforehand? She smiled and continued to chat. I won't do that again in the future, so that does not count as a wish. It is my fault for making you worry. Aurelio felt relieved. Yeah, instead, if you need my help in the future, you must tell me. Lucide nodded. I know, I will do that. Remembering something caught her attention. That is right. Lucide quickly reminded. Speaking of which, what about Sir Franz? We left him there and came out. Aurelio just remembered. It will probably be okay, right? He sighed. He probably already prepared himself for times like this. On the other side, Simmel chatted. Sir Franz, I heard everything you said very clearly. She smiled. This information is very useful for understanding those 2 children better. He became awkward. I am glad it was helpful to you. Simmel quickly suggested. It is getting late, so we will excuse ourselves to clean up this place. Thank you for coming and chatting with us until so late. Franz nodded. Yes, I am very happy, Your Grace. Orlan's right next to her became very uncomfortable. Some time later, he spoke. Madam. His expression was serious. You were really too much today. They are the guests who saved Alois. Orlan's constantly reminded. Don't suspect benefactors anymore. Shouldn't we just focus on finding the culprit now? There was some helplessness in his eyes. Of course, he was a little suspicious at first, but he thought that finding the culprit was the most important thing. He was very careful not to reveal Alois's identity. Just then, Simmel suddenly spoke up. I already know who the culprit is. She continued to announce. I spread the rumor that there are many people trying to take the life of the Crown Princess candidate. Her expression was calm. I tried to use this as an excuse, so they could not bring our daughter to such a dangerous place. I tried to get attention from the royal family. Orlan's was surprised. This. He hurriedly explained. Don't you know how terrible this will be as a memory for our child? Even if you are my wife. Simmel was very calm. Don't misunderstand, husband. Her expression became terrifying. Originally, it was because Alois wanted to be eliminated from the list of Crown Princess candidates, so I only did what she wanted. These words immediately made Orlan's freeze. He suddenly shouted, Madam, how could you say such things? His voice was desperate. Because the mastermind of the assassination was you. Time had shifted to late at night. Alois was still finding it hard to believe. Mom was planning to kill me. She asked herself. Mom did that because of me. Thoughts appeared. What should I do? The moon had risen high. Lucide silently looked at the ceiling. She suddenly felt bored. I can't sleep at all. She thought to herself. Lev's matter. Lasite was very tired. And the Duke's hostile attitude is making me uncomfortable. Why are there so many things for me to worry about? A knock sounded, catching Lasite's attention. Who is it? Alois spoke. Miss Lasite, can I come in for a bit? She was surprised. This voice is. The door slowly opened. She sighed. As expected, you are still not asleep. Lasite was confused. Princess. She asked. Why are you here at this hour? She came inside. It is just that I suddenly thought of something, so I stopped by. I have something I want to tell you. Lasite became blank. You have something you want to tell me. Alois calmly sat down below the chair. Her calm voice rang out. If you do not mind, can you give me some time? Then there was some regret. First of all, I want to apologize to you. At dinner, my mother was a bit too much with you. Lasite hurriedly shook her head. Not at all. In the Duke's position, I can understand. She must have been very flustered. She sighed in response. Her only daughter almost got seriously injured. Her expression changed. Even if you are even more angry, it does not matter. Mom was just thinking about me. Realizing that something was wrong made Alois silent. She was flustered. Anyway, I will apologize to you on her behalf. I was just worrying too much. Lasite was surprised. What is it? She does not necessarily have to be on my side. She thought to herself. She came here because she was worried about me about that matter. What a kind-hearted girl. Lasite smiled in response. Thank you, Your Highness. Thanks to you, I feel a little lighter. This moment made her heart flutter. Alois probed. Then, what about your hand? You were injured. Lasite shook her head. If it is about that, there is no problem. I have already applied medicine. She was surprised. Medicine? Could it be that you made it yourself? She nodded in confirmation. Yes, I am studying pharmacology on my own. This made Alois look forward to it. That is amazing, since when, my teacher said that pharmacology is a very dangerous field. If I do something wrong, it will be very dangerous, so he did not teach me. Lasite smiled. It is not as difficult as you think. I started learning it because of a friend of mine. Suddenly, Alois remembered something. That friend of yours, it is probably Lavina's, right? She then asked. Are you close to him? Lasite nodded. Of course. We are best friends. She was surprised. Is that so? I have a question. She continued to probe. Is he a secret child of some family? Lasite was still blank. What, if you are referring to the conversation between the two of you during the meal, I do not think Lev. She remarked without hesitation. That was clearly a lie. It seemed like Alois had realized something. He is clearly the son of a noble. Although I do not remember very clearly, I am sure I have met him somewhere before. Alois's eyes looked forward to it. You really do not know anything. Lasite thought to herself. If the princess has said it to this extent, could that be true? Actually, in the beginning, he also suddenly moved to my village. She sadly spoke. Yes, I really do not know anything. She slowly stood up. The reason why I am telling you these things is because I think you are a kind-hearted girl. Her expression was serious. Don't trust people who are not honest with you too much. Lasite smiled and comforted. It is okay. I really trust Lev. I think when the time comes, he will tell me on his own. Alois was about to say something more. Do you really think so? He is hiding something even from you, his best friend. She gave a sad smile. That may be true, but... Her palm clenched tightly. If it is really true, then there must be a reason why he is hiding it. She continued to chat. If we keep being together like this, he will tell me sooner or later. Suddenly, Alois was confused. Don't you feel frustrated about that? Lasite smiled. Although it is a very difficult path, but so what? She gently announced. I will always trust Lev. Her face bloomed with a radiant smile. Because this is the only thing I can do for him. These words immediately made Alois freeze. She clenched her palm tightly. I see. Her expression gradually became strange. How can someone trust another person to that extent? Seeing this, Lasite called out. Your Highness. Suddenly, she asked. If a person she had trusted like that, did something that was hard to understand. It seemed like she was very obsessed. Finally, the moment she could not believe had arrived. That person had hurt her. Her face was about to cry. Then what would she do? These words made Lassit surprised. What is it? It seems like she is not talking about Lev's matter. She slowly spoke. First of all. Then she suggested. Let us try listening to their reasons first. Maybe there was some misunderstanding, but she gently advised. Even if I can't accept it, I won't regret my choices in the past. At that time, I just need to change the person I trust. Seeing this, Alois was confused. Then who will you trust? You, Lassit nodded. That is right. She gently chatted. It is me and no one else, because I can't betray myself. This made her surprised. You are really very strong. Alois hurriedly turned her face away. Thank you. Thanks to you, I understand. She did not forget to add what the meaning of gratitude is. If you need my help, please contact me. Her expression was calm. I will help you under the name of Alois Simmel. Lassit immediately nodded. Thank you for your kind words. She thought to herself. Do I have anything I need her to help with? Everything was not that good. However, Simmel smiled and called out. Miss Lassit. Her mood was very bad. Did you feel uncomfortable anywhere last night? Lassit was surprised. Yes. She thought to herself. Now, it is now, princess.